Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa, and this is another edition of the brand new Uninformed Show with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
Yes.
I just really did a bad intro there. Like I was supposed to say, this is Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. I really just did that like, those intros you get when you do a college gig.
We're out of practice. It's been a while.
Yes, we have.
It's been a while. What was the last show, which I don't even know if it aired, was the infamous... Bill and I went down to D.C. The tail end of the Uninformed tour.
Oh, that's right. We'd pretty much had enough of each other. Oh, yeah, that was right. That's the last one we did. We did one at the end of November, and we had Joe Perry as a guest.
Yeah.
And everything was going great up until then, and then the final hour just became this huge meltdown. And you ever watch those behind the music episodes where at the end of the tour they're not even speaking to one another?
Yeah.
And they jump in separate tour buses. That's what we did, Joe.
The funny thing is those tours usually last 3 months. They're like, it was a grueling 6-month European tour. Ours was 4 separate weekends where we weren't even together in between the weekends.
Yeah, it was bad. It's bad, but we're back.
Yeah, but this is our first show back. Why don't you tell the listeners, Bill, what the new
This is the new improved Uninformed, which is basically, me and Joe are going to be on the road, and we basically have a little portable radio station here.
Yes.
And hopefully it didn't sound so fucking bad up until this moment that they were already able to figure that out. I'm basically sitting in the comedy condo of Joe DeRosa in Columbus, Ohio.
Yep. Yeah, we're in here where I think you said this once in a blog, the comedy condo under the couch is enough semen to cure AIDS or something like that.
Yeah, the cure for AIDS is in the rug.
Yeah, the comedy condos are these. What happens is the clubs, the road clubs, they'll like buy a condo, and then one of the comics will stay in it, and somehow they save money on hotels in the long run, I guess. But this is actually a nice condo that I'm in here.
Oh,
this one.
Joe.
It's
If you knew the shit that happened in this club, I mean, in this condo, Joe, I mean, come on.
They only have the feature acts staying in here. How bad could it be?
At the very least, you got the feature acts from around the country just rubbing them out. Look at the back of that couch, Joe. Just look at it. Look at the marks. What is that? It's gross. It's fucking gross.
It's just an older couch.
I'd much rather stay in a hotel.
It's got some. I like this. I got a kitchen that I don't use at all for the entire week. I get to pile up the dishes. I have some skim milk in the refrigerator, some Start Smart.
I know. You've been eating a lot better.
Yeah, but I'm sliding off of the diet. I've been on a diet. For those of you that have listened to the show in the past, you probably know that I eat like a complete animal and don't treat my body very well, which has been a point of discussion on the show very often.
We say when you don't have a shirt on, you look like a teenaged Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you really do. You know something, Joe? You have the chest hair of a late 70s sex symbol. You should really try to get into how do you get into that, like, almost in shape that those stars were back then? You know how, like, back then, I think I said that on the show before, back then, like being in shape was just not being fat.
Yeah.
It wasn't being toned. You basically had the body of, like, a fucking 7th grader.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I want to bring that back. Do you think I can?
Well, you definitely got the lack of muscle tone going on. If you could just get rid of.
It's the little bit of a gut that I have that I got to get rid of, which is why.
Well, you know what it is now, Joe. Is they got all the fucking horse tranquilizers and all that preservatives and crap in the food, so you can't keep your svelte. Is that how you say it? Your svelte look.
Svelte. Yes.
And we're both saying it wrong. It's not svelte.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
You said it right.
You're svelte.
Yes.
You svelte? Why does that sound so fucking weird?
Because you sound like Billy Crystal when he does his Jewish character that he
Whatever.
Does.
Your slim, trim look from high school, you can't keep nowadays. Dude, have you seen, seriously, man, like how fucking big kids are nowadays? I'm telling you, that's all the preservatives and all that shit in there.
Big like fat or built?
That in general.
Just big, you mean?
They're fat fucks like they're in their 50s, and they're big like they've been working in an iron factory. An iron factory. I can't say anything today.
That is true. You know how many times nowadays I'll see like a 5-year-old that looks like he should be working a grill at a barbecue?
Oh, absolutely.
He just looks like the fat uncle.
Or yeah, dude, I saw it like last night. I was walking down to the club. This is really going to get me in trouble. Thank God this is a comedy show. There's this woman walking in front of me with her 2 daughters, and the younger one already had like a booty. I mean, she had a booty. And I was,
old?
Jesus, Joe, 10, 11?
Jesus, really?
Yeah, and I was like, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah, I used to do a joke about that, about like what's like the mutant gene pool that these kids are coming out of, like.
Yeah, no, they're fucking like developed in this weird way, dude. Everybody, there was always the fat kid, right?
Yeah.
And he was just waiting for that one day when it's shirts and skins, and he ends up on the wrong side of that fucking bottle spin, right?
Yeah, and then there was also always the one chick that had tits.
The one chick, yeah, and now it's like all of them, like. Dude, everybody was a beanpole. Everybody, look, it just was a fucking, you shaped like a highway. It just was fucking just straight down, right?
Yeah. When I was in 8th grade, now I went to a very small school, but when I was in 8th grade, there was one
I just
girl.
pictured Little House on the Prairie, where 1 through 8th grade is all in the same room.
It almost was, dude. My 8th grade graduating class was like 16 kids or something. I'm not kidding. I swear to God.
What?
Yeah, I went to a very small Catholic school.
You guys are really either really smart or retarded.
Yeah, not smart. I wouldn't be.
Did you wear glasses back then, and they had the strap around the back so they wouldn't fall off your head?
No, but I did have a mullet, and I didn't have like like the WWF mullet. I had like the Journey mullet, where it was like the long curls in the back. Yeah, it was gross.
The keyboardist from Loverboy.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of Loverboy, do you know they're still famous in Canada?
You know something? Like, I always wondered what happened to that. I'm still not convinced that Dan Marino isn't the lead singer of that band.
They got like, you know, those what are those awards they do in Canada that Russell Peters always hosts?
What do you get, like a Lifetime Achievement Award?
Yeah, they got some big award, and like they're still like relevant up there.
And still like putting out albums?
I don't know if they're still putting out albums.
Isn't it amazing how much shit, when you go on the internet, how many people shit on America, right?
Yeah.
Which, granted, our foreign policy is horrific. I think Best Buy determines who we bomb now, right? But, I mean, I don't give a fuck what we did to your country if Loverboy is still fucking relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's my point. Well, the funny
What was your favorite Loverboy song, by the way?
Oh, Working for the Weekend. That's the only Loverboy song.
No. You know what that's like? That's like if I say, what's your favorite AC/DC song? You say, Shook Me All Night Long.
No way.
It is. That's the hacky one. You know, it's the Lucky Ones. That's the best one.
I don't even know that one.
It was my favorite one. My buddy, this is what losers we were. We used to drive around in the 79 T-Bird, and we would listen to that fucking album, and they would never play that fucking song. They'd always, that's fucking, you like the single. Everybody's working for the weekend. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you used to feel, oh, man.
Dude, this song came out when I was 5.
I know, but you know something? That song just brought me back to my teens and where I had hope.
Yeah.
You know, and you just fucking... Remember how hard you fell in love back then? I used to fall in love with girls, Joe, I never even talked to.
I still do that.
Oh, and you just have that fantasy relationship in your head. It's all fucking perfect, and you're the greatest fucking dude ever.
Yeah.
You come home, you give her flowers for no reason.
Yeah.
You know
how many times I go onto MySpace and you know that there's that side panel in your inbox where it's like online now.
Yeah.
And I'll just stare at like girls that I've never even met that I'm somehow friends with and have fantasies about them.
Yeah.
The one.
Do you know that? You know that's the only way I've ever really totally just been head over heels in love, and just felt like I was floating away. Was literally with girls that I never even talked to. How fucked up is that?
Yeah. It's sad. It's actually horribly depressing.
All right, you want to hear a great story there, Joe? Here's one for you. There was a girl when I was in college. Okay, like she came walking in the room. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous, right? She had like remember Meg Ryan's hair and When Harry Met Sally?
Yeah,
it was the early '90s. Okay,
cut
me a little slack here. Okay, she came walking in, dude. I saw this girl, man. I almost had a fucking heart attack. Literally, just felt like this, like that. What's that Matthew Broderick movie where he talks about those little minor heart attacks you have? That fucking Saving Private New Orleans.
What?
Biloxi Blues. Sorry.
Oh, that's a great flick.
Yeah. So fucking, he was talking about that shit. I literally felt that, dude. I looked at this girl, man. I'm telling you. And I literally carried a flame for this girl for 8 fucking years. Okay?
Hey, what happened?
Never even talked. So one day, I'm fucking on the road with Jimmy Dore. Hilarious comedian, by the way. One of my favorites,
great
right?
Guy.
Great fucking dude. Absolutely hilarious. And it's got a great show, Poppin' Politics. If you're in L.A., check it out down the UCB. I'm going to be on it May 15th.
Right.
But anyway, so I'm hanging out with Jimmy Dore. You know, we're doing what comics do. You know, we're drinking afterwards, and we start talking about women and shit. He's like, so you ever been like, you ever have a girl break your heart or some shit? No, whatever, been in love. And I was just like, yeah. I started talking about this girl. You know, and I was talking just the way I talked to you about how I felt about her and all that shit. And he goes, so what happened? She break your heart? And I'm like, nah. Oh, you broke hers? You broke up with her? I go, nah. He goes, well, did you guys? And I go, we never even went out. And he goes, did you hook up with her? I go, no. I go, I never even talked to her. And that was his first time I was actually verbalizing all this shit. So he just starts fucking laughing his ass off at me. You know, Jimmy's dying laughing at me. And I'm going, what? He goes, you never dated her. You never hooked up with her, and you never talked to her. Yet you're in love with her? And I was going, yeah, and I'm already laughing. And then he just starts cracking up. I'm like, what? He goes, Bill, for all you know, she could have been a cunt. This is the funny thing. And I laughed my ass off for like 5 minutes, and I never thought about her again. Dude, and that girl fucked up like 3 of my relationships because I would be in a relationship with a girl going, nah, it's not right. I don't feel about her the way I felt about this girl that I never fucking talked to.
Holy shit.
Because I literally had built up. Dude, when you fantasize about a girl, you don't picture her fucking drooling out of the side of your mouth or watching awful fucking reality TV or all the other cunty little
her
shit.
Pussy smelling.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Joe. Do you have to go there? No. I've only had one of those, Joe. 2.
Hey, it's just a funny
2.
thing to say. Go ahead.
Well, it's a fucking, you never forget them, Joe, right? Now you got the fucking,
I know.
you got
been there, my friend. I've been there.
You got the swamp pie under my nose right now, you know?
The swamp pie.
I don't know what to say, Joe. So, yeah, that's basically, that's been my life.
I was talking to Attell the other day. Some chick walked by in stockings, and Attell goes, there's nothing sexier than that. Look at those stockings. Isn't that sexy? And I go, yeah. And he goes, yeah, until you get them off and you realize that pussy's been baking in there all day.
Dude, I used to have a theory. Because of this one girl I hooked up with. We're really going to lose all our female listeners here. And this would be a great thing for them to email in because we've always wondered, like, how do you tell a girl?
They get it. They hang in there.
Huh?
These are female listeners.
Okay, they hang in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the deal. I used to have a theory that you had to watch out for girls who had big booties in the summertime in New York, that you had a real good chance of that it was going to, by the time they come over, they're sitting on the subway, things are a little gamey. Gamey there, Joe. A little venison action going on there. You know what I'm saying?
I like thick girls. I do. I really do.
He likes big butts, and Joe can't.
But I'm not strictly into thick girls. Like I like all types, Bill.
Well, Joe, that whole theory was based on the fact that there was this one girl that I hooked up with. I mean, dude, absolutely fucking gorgeous, and had this big ass dude, and she was so clean. She had her toes done, everything. She just looked, dude. She looked like right off the showroom floor. This is how fucking hot this girl was. To the point that I hooked up with her again because I was like, this. It just had to be an anomaly. It had to be. I just caught her on a bad fucking day. And came back, it was even worse. And since talking to women, that means that maybe she had it was not like she wasn't a clean girl, dude. She had some sort of infection. And I always felt bad that I never said anything. And I have female listeners out there. If you could email us, how the fuck you could ever, because I said that to you the other day, dude. I was like, dude, you should have said something. It's like, how do you say that?
You can't. You just can't.
I mean, you can, but...
It's diet, though, too. It's all based on diet. I mean, it's...
Here comes the Uninformed Show. Here we go. Go ahead, Joe. Dr. Joe DeRosa is with us, everybody.
I actually got this information from a doctor. It's primarily diet with women. It's very rarely like... Most women, obviously, most people clean themselves. You know what I mean? It's rarely like she's not cleaning her vagina. It's like there's something with the diet, and like if you're not getting the proper balance of proteins and all that, it makes it smell. It's kind of like semen.
If you don't...
They said about man's semen, like depending on his diet, it changes the flavor of it. It's the same thing.
Jesus, Joe, you really fucking took an off-ramp there I wasn't expecting. I had no idea that there's different flavors of semen there, Joe.
Yeah, you never saw when Well,
If you bring up a coming-of-age movie right now.
No. There's that episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where he meets the blowjob instructor, and she's like, "Spicy food makes a man's semen taste sweet." But I've heard that aside from that show. Like, I've heard women talk about
What
that.
kind of a fucking whore are you that you know something like that? Like, how many different guys are you blowing? That's like that's a smart whore, too, because she's getting to go to dinner with them. So she's like, oh, good. He ordered the nachos with the with the spicy sauce.
With the
This
jalapeno
is,
cheddar.
there you go. I was trying to think of something spicy. This is going to be good.
Yeah, so there's no way to bridge that topic. If you're a woman and you know, you can message us at myspace.com.
Yeah, but it's like having bad breath. You don't know until somebody says it.
Well, send us a message at myspace.com/uninformedradio if you're a woman that knows how to get out of this.
And even better, if you're a guy and you actually tried, in a way, to do the right thing. You know?
I'd really like to hear from a woman, though. I can't
No,
imagine.
both, Joe. Listen, I'm just saying both.
Could you imagine if a chick said to you, "I like you, but your balls smell like fish"? And
First of all, she wouldn't say it like that. I mean, I wouldn't say that to her about her,
all right,
her
well,
thing.
your
Be like, listen, I
penis
think
has an odor. Yeah, I don't know how more clinical you could say it. Your penis has an unpleasant odor.
What would you do, Joe? Let's take in a hygienic way.
I'd be hurt.
I know you'd be
then,
hurt,
yeah, then
but
I'd do something about it. But I mean,
you know what I do? I would go to CVS and I'd buy like one of those soaps that like women use, you know, the ones with the flowers on the outside.
We also have an unfair advantage, you know. We have a very unfair advantage. As a man, you know, it's all out on us. You know, you soap it off, you shave the hair down, you spritz it with a little fucking shower to shower. You know?
How did we end up here, Joe?
Yeah. But that's easy.
You clean yourself.
They've got a damp orifice, dude. That's like it's a hard thing to keep smelling fresh, especially in the hot weather, dude. In the cold, it's no brainer.
Just get. Oh yeah, but if it's all diet, then her area could be just as rank in February as it is in the middle of July.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't help that, like, with heat and humidity. I mean, that's got to be hard to. I mean, Christ.
Actually, back in the day, if a girl had that problem, what they do was they would pack the vaginal area with celery.
Really?
Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
Why would they do that?
Well, like like when you have like buffalo wings and it's too hot and it's killing your lips, if you have the celery, it kind of takes it away. It's the same, basically the same principle.
I didn't know that.
But the thing is, you keep the leafy part on it too.
That's
you just
amazing.
basically take the whole celery stalk, Joe, intact, right up there.
Right up there.
Right up the mashugana. What's the new Yiddish word for pussy? So basically, if you're wondering what's going on here, I bought a little mixer, and we got a little microphone, a little recorder. Everything's really little. And as excited as I was as I bought this the other day, I'm now feeling like about as nerdy as a couple of fucking 12-year-olds in a fucking tree fort right now.
I actually don't feel that way. I feel like this is pretty cool, man.
You want to talk about our little windscreens here?
Yeah, we got to put pictures of these up.
We really
on
do.
MySpace, along with all the other things we've been promising to post for the last 2 years.
Well, I got a camera, and I took pictures, goddammit, and it's going up there.
We have colored wind socks on the mics. Bill's is orange, and mine
Because I'm from the 70s, man.
Yeah. Well, blue is 70s, too. I think these both look pretty.
If this is fucking ABC Wild World of Sports, this is the Mike Douglas Show. Hello again, everybody. This is Keith Jackson. That's totally what the fuck this is. The Alabama Crimson Tide, Billy Joe Robideau.
I love it. And this is basically the reason that we got all this equipment is because if you all remember the last podcast, we really took a stand, and we said we were going to go out on our own.
Which we are, dude. We're uploading this, and we're giving XM Series the privilege of co-broadcasting this.
We are going to be delivering these back to XM after we said we weren't going to do shows on XM anymore. We're going to deliver these to XM. That's why the quality has been upped. And we're also going to be posting these on a website, which we have to figure out the details about. But
until then, it's going to be on myspace.com/uninformed.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to put it up in chunks. We can't put a 3-hour audio file up on MySpace.
Yeah,
but
we'll figure it out. In fact, they're listening to it right now, which means we figured it out. See, we told you we would, and you're listening to it. So there you go. Go fuck yourselves.
But all this is in in light of this being the comeback episode, I guess. You could say.
This is the big uninformed comeback. We were away since what? November.
Jesus, was it?
Yeah, we did it in November. That's December, January, February, March, April. It's been 5 months, Joe. Almost a half a year. A lot of people in the radio industry said we were dead. Said we'd never work together again.
Does anybody...
After we had our falling out at that supper club.
That was sad, wasn't it?
It was sad.
It was, I know. Now, does anybody, except for the 3 people out of the 7 shows I've done so far this week, because I got here 2 days before you did.
Right.
7 shows so far, 3 people have said, when are you guys doing another Uninformed?
We're going to get it going again.
And
you know what's great about this is we always used to tell people after our comedy shows, listening to Uninformed, and most of them didn't have XM or Sirius, and now they can just listen to it for free.
Right.
On the web.
It's free.
There you go.
So we feel like this is a big comeback. Do you think they feel like this is a big comeback, or do you think they feel like we're delusional?
I would just be happy if they're still listening at this point, Joe. No, but that's the theme. If you guys, if you're longtime listeners of the Uninformed Show, that's what we do. We always have like a theme, and this episode's theme is the comeback. All right,
comeback.
That's right, dude. We should be coming wearing fucking robes.
There should have been some sort of sound effect right there. This episode's theme, do the comeback.
Joe, I hate when you try to do that type of stuff.
What type of stuff?
Whatever. You're not good at sound effects. A lot of guys are good at them. You're like female comics aren't good at sound effects. I never noticed that until a female comic told me that. She goes, yeah, guys can just do sound effects. Women.
I can do a good gunshot on stage. That's about it. I got nothing else. Everybody can do a good gunshot. That's an easy one.
It is.
Dude, you know who's insane at sound effects? I watched Pablo Francisco's special the other day.
Oh, it's insane.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I was like enamored by how good at making noises he was. He's funny.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
He's funny. He sells like 9 million tickets in this country and about 40 million in Europe.
Is he like a gigantic...
He's huge. Dude, you know how fucking psyched that would be if there was some random country out there? I don't mean random, just, I'm an American. Anything random to me is outside the United States.
Yeah, but if you could go to...
There's this little country called England. You might have heard of him if you ever read some history.
I always wanted to be that guy. Oh, dude, he's huge in Finland. They don't... Dude, he's like a celebrity over there.
And that would be the best kind of fame there is, because you don't live in that country. So then whenever you felt like being famous, you could just go over there. If people handed you babies and shit, walking down the street, women in clogs wanting to blow you. Joe, if you could be famous in one country and one country only, okay? This is the deal. Let's set up. Oh, my God, I almost stood up there, Joe, which means I'm really getting into this, all right? You still live in America. You got your dream house. And whatever country this is, they fly in on a fucking G5, tear another hole in the ozone layer jet. Okay?
Right.
That they'll bust you in fucking Us magazine, but you're not famous in America, so nobody gives a fuck, right? Which country would it be? Where would you go, Joe? Okay, now don't answer quickly. You got to take into consideration, okay? What kind of pussy, what kind of women you like.
That's the first thing I'm thinking about.
Okay. Oh, this is an interesting thing. Where you go to pussy first? I might have to go to Italy, man.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, do I like those Italian
But the
girls.
hard part with Italy is...
What about those French girls?
They don't speak a lot of English in Italy.
That makes it even better.
I would say Italy...
Would you fucker do Italian music? To
one of those...
Volare.
Yeah, exactly. One of those ballads.
Dude, have you ever gone to Little Italy and they start playing that music? There's no fucking way to not feel like $1 million.
Dude, it's great. Little Italy is the best place to go on a date. It's cheap. It's quaint. There's a lot of little goofy shops,
Oh, but then they start playing some of the best music that's ever America has ever put out.
Yeah.
Sinatra, the Dean Martin, all that shit.
Yeah. You buy her a fucking gelato. 20 minutes later, she's sucking your cock.
That's right, because you know what? She doesn't feel like a tramp.
Nobody feels like a tramp after gelato. I guess Italy, and then, man.
What about France, though? Those chicks with the berets, they all look like spies. You don't like French women?
French,
I think it's hacky to hate French people. They got a great fucking language.
I don't hate them, but this is it's just, you know what? I got annoyed again because I was up in Montreal, and I like Montreal a lot. I really like Montreal.
Gorgeous women, beautiful city.
But I was every time I was talking to somebody and they would say something in French, like, the name of some street. They would go, oh, yeah, so the bar we're going to is up on Le Montreal, and they would do the accent. and it's annoying. And it's like
That they're bilingual, or are they doing it more like a newscaster out of nowhere?
Exactly. And it's like I hate when people do that with Spanish words, and then people always go, well, that's how you say it. No, that's how you say it if you live in that country and have that accent. That's not how you say it with an English accent. So does that mean then every time I talk about New Orleans, I got to go, New Orleans?
No, Nolans.
Yeah, that's because that's how you say it, Nolans. No, it's fucking dumb, man. It bugs me. So the French thing right now is, look, nothing against France. I've never been there.
You're going to hate a whole fucking language because you didn't get a deal when you were up there, Joe?
I also had a French guy. Exactly. Because Loverboy was getting awards, and I was desperately trying to sell tickets.
I'm telling you guys, download the Lucky Ones, okay? All you brand new guitar players out there, you'll like it.
But also, too, when I was in Miami Beach, there were these French guys running the hotel that I was staying in, and they were really fucking rude to me, man. Really rude.
Oh, you know something? I got to admit, dude, I love when people hate me for being an American and they're just looking at you like you're ignorant. I always go out of my way to fucking reinforce it and just try to be, like, extra ignorant. It's like, you know what I mean? That's
right.
like when someone, like, it's like back in the day when you had a teacher and they would yell, the next person who throws something across the room, it's just a big setup. You got to do it. So, like, when they're looking at you like, look at this stupid American, you just got to do something. You just got to come walking in and be like, you know, just deliberately mispronounce one of their words. Bonjour, or whatever. Whatever you got to fucking do. And, yeah, you know.
Bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour. Where can I go down to?
Yeah, I'm looking for some ham. How do you say it? Jambin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The fucking
dude, you know what's funny about Montreal? They're on their fucking high horse up there, dude. The only time I've ever seen a crackhead on a bicycle was in fucking Montreal. You know when you stand out in that fucking alley behind that theater and those fucking maniacs are all fucking junkies. I mean, you know, at least
tranny lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
they had a riot. The Canadian fans had a riot. They won something one year. God knows it wasn't a cup, you know. And I love saying it to those fuckers. I never seen a sports franchise live off their history worse than the fucking Montreal Canadiens. These motherfuckers, they dominated a 6-team league. Yeah. There was 6 teams, and they won like 20 cups during the Three Stooges fucking era. And ever since Wayne Gretzky and everybody else came along, they've won like 2 cups in 30 years. You're not who you used to be. You're like the Celtics. It's over.
They have in the Big Mac, in the McDonald's, they have the double Big Mac.
Oh, do they?
In Montreal.
So what is it, 4 patties?
So I was opening, when I was at the festival last year, every show I would go, you know, we're such fat Americans, right? All we do is fucking eat and shit down there, right? Well, guess what we don't have? The double Big Mac, you fat fuck. That is above and beyond. That's what's weird about that place is they're so much more cultured in so many ways, it seems like, but then their level of depravity.
It's awesome, though.
It's a great town. I really like it, but when they get depraved, it drops 5 levels below our depraved.
Yeah, they have the socialism fast food.
Yeah. And they're like, this bar next to the beautiful theater, it's all heroin addict, tranny, prostitute. And you're like, I don't understand. There's cops around. Why don't they bust it?
It gets real like Taxi Driver era in New York in certain sections. But like, dude, I always wish I could speak French. When wanting to learn another language, like I just got to bang some broad that can speak something else, and that's the way to do it, you know. And then you just walk around, you know.
That's the way to do it. That's what Rosetta Stone says. That's why everybody says it's so good. You sign up and they go, just bang some broad.
I actually got the Rosetta Stone to speak Spanish, and I got it for Christmas, and I have yet to put it in.
I have it too, and I haven't done it. I got like.
Oh, dude, you made the Puerto Ricans you could bang. Well, the problem with you is you already look kind of ethnic, you know,
right?
With your Egyptian beady little eyes there.
Yeah.
I like how the fact that because you're from, have Egyptian blood, I have German and Irish, that for some reason I'm not considered ethnic. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Ethnic. Ethnic means basically you don't look 100% white.
Yeah. It comes from the fact that there's a non-ethnic form of white, the Anglo. You know? Doesn't that like mean that you have no trace of? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, Bill.
Joe, no, you're supposed to keep going on this show. Uninformed. Go ahead, Joe. Put more misinformation or whatever the fuck. You misspoke, Joe. That's all. Go
Anglo means that the bloodline has been diluted so much from the descendants of Europe that there's no trace of it anymore.
Then what does Saxon mean?
That's what I mean, Anglo-Saxon. Those are the same thing.
Anglo-Saxon means like me. Like I'm German, then I'm Irish, and then I have like French, English, and Dutch in there too.
No, true Anglo-Saxon means it's all gone. It's your bloodline is run so far that all the trace of German and everything is gone.
Oh, Germany came up with this.
No, that we came up with it here. It was what Hitler was trying to do with that ultimate race bullshit that he was doing. Which was wrong. Which was wrong, by the way.
He wanted all purebred.
Yes.
And if you know anything, if you look at dogs, dude, the reason mutts are the best. They're the best as far as like health and all that type of stuff. All purebred dogs, they have problems. They got respiratory problems. They got hip.
But true Anglo-Saxons are the small percentage of people in this country that have no ethnicity left. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Well, dude, no matter what, I still have German ancestors, so there's got to be something trickling around in there.
No, the farther it goes down, it dissolves. It's like a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Right.
And then eventually it's not there anymore.
No, but there's always going to be, like, even if it's like 1/2 or 1%, which is basically non-existent, you can't just completely get rid of the fact that my ancestors were Irish. No, you can't. Joe, that doesn't make sense, because that means my grandmother is Irish. Okay?
I know it doesn't make sense. You told me to run with it when I said I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm trying to be funny here, and you're arguing with me like I'm being serious.
Well, you should have gone with it.
No, because I don't want people to think I'm that fucking dumb.
Well, what is that going to do, Joe? How is that going to affect your life if people think you're that stupid?
You got to jump on that and go, no, I've heard this. I've heard about that. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, well, you give me a wink. They can't see us.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
You forgot about the old wink. Well, whatever.
Let me just check our time here. Okay.
What are we up to? 31 minutes. 31 smooth minutes, Joe. I'll tell you, this is one of the greatest comebacks of all time. It's like we never missed a step.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Joe, as far as like the greatest comebacks of all time, who can we compare ourselves to? Like when you think of some of the greatest comebacks of all time, as far as like, never missing a step. Like you know who looked great in a big time comeback was Elvis Presley. His 1967 comeback when he was wearing the leather on leather.
Yeah,
leather there, and he continued to pretend to play that guitar.
It was the 68 comeback special.
68, there you go.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah,
I just wanna be.
Dude, he's awesome on that. Where he's wearing that black leather suit.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's ridiculous. He's one of the coolest fucking dudes ever.
And that's right at. God damn, he lost it right after that. He was right there. He was right there.
Elvis Presley is the original behind the music story. He's the original one where he had that ridiculous success and then the downside. See, now all the black guy blues artists, they just had the downside. They didn't do that.
Got the success.
So that's why I'm saying, because I don't want people to think that I'm disrespecting the music that he took, those artists. But I'm just saying he had the original, you're going to be a star, kid. And he fucking went all the way up to the top. The addiction, the broads, the excess, the fucking bad manager, the bad career moves, and then being old and fat and dying alone on a fucking toilet. He's the first one.
Yeah.
He's the first one. Like,
yeah.
A lot of guys now, when they get into addiction, like, I don't have any sympathy. It's like, at what point have you not heard "Don't fuck with heroin"? You know what I'm saying? But back then, right, even like through like Led Zeppelin, Keith Moon, John Bonham, all those fucking guys, it's like they were learning, like,
No, but you knew heroin was bad back then. Dude, they have heroin.
No, but those guys were like alcoholics and like pills and stuff. Like they didn't know how to get somebody. Like, when did intervention start? Like, I think didn't Betty Ford start like Alcoholics Anonymous?
No, the Betty Ford Clinic.
Yeah, but that was time.
No, Alcoholics Anonymous has been around since the early.
No. No, I don't think. Joe, come on. I have an orange fucking windscreen here on my microphone, dude. I fucking love this thing.
Yeah,
this is the greatest goddamn microphone ever. I feel like I
awesome.
should be doing Monday Night Football in 1972.
I'm really pleased by the color, the blue hue of my windsock. I enjoy it quite a bit.
As we sit here inside the comedy condo. I just completely killed the fucking momentum we had there. Go ahead.
Elvis was the first. I agree with that. But that was an awesome comeback. He's also the perfect example of not knowing when to tap out, because it's like when a band releases a great album and you can see how the first 4 or 5 albums led up to this one.
Right.
Like, all the elements are there. Oh my God, it all just came together. And then all of a sudden, that culmination of the different sounds becomes the sound of the band, and they're just trying to reinterpret that one album over and over again, and then it sucks. And then I'm trying to think of like Genesis is a good example of that. I'm a Genesis fan. And I like the Phil Collins years quite a bit. But
you know, Joe, if anything has gotten in the way of our friendship, I think it's your enjoyment of Phil Collins' music of the '80s.
But listen though,
Sussudio, Joe, Sussudio.
Listen, let me finish. There's nothing wrong with that song.
What is that? But that guilt trip homeless song he wrote.
I don't like that song. Another Day in Paradise.
Think twice.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But here's the thing though with them, and this will coincide with what you're saying. They hit it on like Abacab and the self-titled Genesis album that had like That's All on it, you know what I mean? And like Home by the Sea.
Yeah, that's good shit. That's good
Great
shit.
Dude, that Genesis self-titled, it was like, there it is. It all came together right there. All these years of work. And then the one after that was Invisible Touch. And it was like...
And you like that, though.
No, I don't like the song Invisible. I like Tonight, Tonight, Tonight. I think that's a cool song.
Yeah. You know what I like about this? He doesn't say tonight enough in that song for me. You know what that's like? They all did that shit. All those Genesis guys. Who's the fucking guy, Sledgehammer guy there? Peter Gabriel?
Peter Gabriel.
Do you remember that song, Rain, Rain?
No.
Oh. Rain, rain, coming down.
Oh, yeah.
Rain, rain. For like fucking the end of the song. Like, I mean, when that song came out, we were in this warehouse going like, dude, what the fuck?
You know another band that did that? And I'm a huge fan of these guys. And they actually bounced back in recent years. But Rush was one of those bands. Like, from the first album in, like, 73 up until 80, they released Moving Pictures in 1980. Moving Pictures is the one with Tom Sawyer, Red Barchetta, YYZ. It was like, holy shit.
Do I love Dungeons and Dragons?
It was just... But it's just that album where it's like this all just came together. It had the biggest hits. That was it. And then Signals was the one after it, and Signals just sounded like they were trying to do Moving Pictures.
What was the one where they rapped? They tried rapping.
Roll the Bones. That's like 5 albums later. Terrible. Terrible. Their last two were good, though.
They played that on Opie and Anthony one time. I couldn't. That was one of the worst fucking things I'd ever heard in my life.
Sucks. The purists like that stuff, but I don't. I tune out at Signals, and then I come back in at Vapor Trails, which was like released like 5 years ago. All the stuff from the 80s, you know. But these aren't comebacks.
Yeah, they didn't make comebacks. You're talking about comebacks, Joe.
I got off on a tangent.
Okay.
Recent years, greatest comeback ever, Metallica. Them coming back with that new album was like, that was something I never thought I would ever see, ever.
Yeah, that was cool. But they were still selling out arenas everywhere they went.
They were, and
I'll tell you a great comeback, George Foreman.
With the grill?
With this boxing. George Foreman quit boxing for like 15 fucking years and came back as a 38-year-old guy. No one had ever done that. And he came back and he won the fucking heavyweight championship and then came out with the fucking grill. Killed him on the Food Network and on ESPN all at the same time. One of the greatest comebacks of all time.
That's awesome. That's a great one.
Yeah. He got hit in the head a lot, though. It really affected him.
We got to give it up
he named all his kids George.
Of course, you got to give it up to Travolta with Pulp Fiction. I mean, dude, was there anything like that?
I know. But have you ever seen a guy fucking give it away so quickly?
Yeah, I know.
Other than OJ? OJ's a great comeback. You killed 2 fucking people. You think you're going down. You lost your network job. And somehow fucking a year later, you're back out on the links.
Yeah.
What do I need here? 5 iron or a 6?
Yeah. And then
then what? Yeah.
Robs pictures from some guy's hotel room, whatever he
tries to steal his sport coat back.
God damn no, man. That Travolta one, I remember when everybody had written him off. It was like, look who's talking now. The dogs are talking, and it was like awful. And then I remember, dude, when the commercials for Pulp Fiction came out, they almost said Travolta's name ironically, like in the commercial.
Yeah.
Like Quentin Tarantino presents Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta. Like it was almost like, isn't that weird that he's in
Yeah,
this
it's like
movie?
a punchline.
Yeah, and then you saw it, and I was like, holy shit, he was the fucking man in that movie.
No, he's one of the greatest actors, but just cannot pick a script to save his fucking life. And then that stupid religion once again gets away with that. Galactic, what was it? Battlefield Earth. Wasn't that bad?
What?
Wasn't that bad?
That's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it just wasn't that bad. It just, dude, all that sci-fi shit stunk. You're going to tell me that fucking Star Wars wasn't as goofy as that shit?
Bill, trust me, yeah, you can't. Trust me.
Dude, it's like they took the cast from the Star Wars bar and they just put it into a movie.
No, Bill, Battlefield.
They had Hammerhead and Greedo and Walrus Man. Didn't they all have that?
No.
Dude, sci-fi sucks a big bit. Sci-fi, if you just watch 2 episodes of it, the percentage of pussy you're going to get goes down.
No, sci-fi.
Exponentially.
Sci-fi
is
like
define.
horror. Sci-fi is like horror or action.
No, it isn't.
When it's
it
done right, it's great. But a lot of the time, it's done poorly. I love horror movies, but most horror movies aren't that great. But then when you get a good one, like The Exorcist,
they're decent, though. They're decent.
Hellraiser, like those are solid fucking flicks, man.
Well, name a bunch of great sci-fi movies.
Well, first of all, this is a real nerd argument. I don't consider the Star Wars movies to be sci-fi movies. They take place in space, but they're fantasy adventure films. They could take place
as
in the
opposed
Old West.
to Battlefield Earth, which in Hellraiser, which is just so rooted
but
in
I'm
reality.
saying like for instance, Star Trek relies on technology. It relies on Star Trek is science fiction. I love the Star Trek movies. I love the ones with the original cast. The Next Generation ones weren't that great. But
speaking of which, unbelievable comeback, William Shatner.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Unbelievable. He's come back like fucking 5 times.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like I always had this theory like, okay, if you became famous, right, and then you fell off, when you come back again, you've made it forever. I used to have that theory, but then you had, I mean, Travolta is still making movies, but like Jesus Christ, other than killing 2 people like OJ, that's one of the worst fucking trip ups.
He had a couple great ones after Pulp Fiction.
Face Off.
I didn't see Face Off.
I like Face Off.
Michael was pretty good, where he was the angel with him and William Hurt. That was all right.
That's sci-fi shit, Joe. There you go again.
Sci-fi.
Dude, he's walking around with fucking wings.
That's not science fiction, Bill.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, it's definitely fiction.
Yeah.
And you need some sort of science to glue those on your back. There you go. Science fiction.
Oh, boogie. Michael was pretty good, and Phenomenon was all right, where he like saw the Flash and like all of a sudden he couldn't stop learning. That one was okay.
Those are all gay. The one where he played like Bill Clinton was a decent one.
Yeah, Primary Colors was pretty good.
Get Shorty was decent.
Dude, Get Shorty's awesome. But then he makes Be Cool. Oh my God, that was the sequel. It was fucking terrible.
You know what's funny about it? Travolta is a fucking badass. He just never gets those good fella roles.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
He's zipping around in his planes.
And he's funny. He's a good actor.
Dude, Vinnie Barbarino is one of the greatest TV characters of all fucking time.
What happened to those guys? That
With
was
the
a good
Sweathawks?
comeback for a minute when Freddie Boom Boom Washington played Michael Jackson's dad.
And he was unreal. That was a great comeback.
Yeah. He was great.
He just didn't get the payoff. He was great in that. Juan Epstein, I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
Where the fuck is Juan Epstein?
I'll tell you, Arnold Horshack, dude, lives, I don't want to give away where you live, but he lives, within a 20-block radius of where you're living right now.
Oh, okay.
I heard he's agoraphobic.
He was in Friday the 13th, Part 6.
That's awesome.
Which is one of the good ones. He gets his heart punched through his chest in the first, 5 minutes.
Mr. Carter, don't you think? Oh. I wanted one of those shirts when I was a kid.
Was he supposed to be gay, do you think, on the show? Do you think it was supposed to be that he was, the gay kid?
No, I just think, everything that actors does has, an effeminate quality to it. And I don't mean that, a homophobic way, but it's just, you got to be freer and more, performing, and it's, it's accepted in that world there, Joe. Look, this is what's funny, man. This is how awesome. I grew up in the 70s, Joe, as a kid. This is why not to bring it back to this fucking orange fucking microphone cover. But, dude, this is how cool my childhood was. All these people, these fucking PlayStations and all that. Dude, I had a Fonzie shirt that just had him doing the thumbs up and it said, "Hey," across it. And I wanted, somebody at school had the Arnold Horshack one where it was just him with his hand up going, oh. And I wanted it so fucking bad. Dude, and everybody,
I'd wear that now.
Yeah, but it would be considered ironic and that whole hipster bullshit. But dude, we wore them because those fucking shows were awesome. There was 3 networks. Dude, fucking everybody was banging. There was no herpes. I mean, I missed out on that. Obviously, I was just a fucking kid. But that vibe was there, dude. Oh, the chicks were fucking, the hairy muffs back then. Dude, it was incredible.
That would be...
Every chick named Deborah was fucking gorgeous in the 70s, and would they fucking put out.
That's another great comeback. Speaking of all that shit, movie character comeback. Bruce Willis, Live Free or Die Hard. Awesome action movie. And, that character was put to bed years ago.
It's a good sequel comeback. Like, I don't think he really kind of came back on that one, though.
But no, he didn't as an actor. I just mean the character. And the whole premise was it was all about digital terrorists. You know what I mean? And like the fire sale on the internet and everything shutting down because of everything being linked through computers. I
like when they do that too, and they update it, like they stay current.
And they totally underestimate him. Like, what are you going to do, you old cop? And he comes in like the analog hero and just kicks the fucking shit out of everybody.
That's
and
good.
It was awesome.
Those I never saw Rocky IV. What was the one where he just fell off? Like he was he was the champ and he blew all his money. Like the thing about it,
5, where he gets to go back to Philly. Five's okay. It's a little hokey.
Where they were trying to go with that, where they actually at some point you got to address that this is a 50-year-old fucking man. Like I liked it, even though he's probably was trying to play 42 or something in the movie.
Rocky 6, which you didn't see, dude. Best, dude. I swear to God, I teared up. I got so excited in the movie theater.
I'm jealous, Joe, how you can fucking go back to your childhood when you go to your movies.
Listen to this, dude. How hype would this get you? The whole movie is about, Adrian's dead, and it's like...
Thank God.
It starts with him at the graveyard, and, like, he can't let it go, and he's not fighting anymore. He has a little restaurant that he runs, and people come in and, hey, champ, whatever, and he's that guy. And this kid doesn't like him because he's got this shadow he's casting over the kid. The kid can't get it. So they do this virtual fight with him and the champion Mason Dixon in the movie. And they're like, our computers say Balboa would win. So then they come to him and give him the offer. It's basically Rocky 1 all over again. Right. We're doing an exhibition match. He's like, I don't fight anymore. Then he realizes he has to do it to get the fucking demons out. He's got a lot of shit in the basement, That's what he says. He goes, I got a lot of shit in the basement, Paul. And he goes, what basement? And he goes, in here. And taps his chest. Dude, one of the greatest comeback character scenes in a movie ever, dude. It's, an hour of all this dramatic exposition of what's going to happen. He finally is going to do the fight. He gets the license again. He goes in. They bring fucking Duke back. Fucking bald Duke,
right.
Throw
the damn child.
Yeah. And he goes, here's everything wrong. You got arthritis, you're slow, your joints. He's like, the only way we're going to beat this guy is with brute force. So let's start building some body-crushing blows. And the fucking music, for the first time in the movie, kicks in. And, dude, goes into the training sequence, the fucking music. Dude, he runs up the steps. Dude, I was going fucking crazy, dude. I was going crazy.
I just can't. I just can't fucking.
Awesome. I'm getting chills talking about it right now. It's one of the fucking greatest. Like, I just get such a kick out of. I never thought I would see that ever again, and now I'm seeing it.
Yeah, but you can rent those other movies where he did it.
I know, but to see a guy come back.
I'm just being a cunt, Joe. It's just how I am. It's just how I am.
We got a few more minutes.
We got a few more minutes before we're going to be taking our first break here.
Well,
we're going to be doing these we're doing these basically in 50-minute segments here, and the Uninformed Show. And
but expand on what you were saying earlier, because that's something else we can tap into.
Joe, I got to be honest with you, I have no idea what I was saying earlier.
You find it harder to tap back into childhood than I do.
Oh yeah, you'll watch like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, and you'll love it the same way you loved it as a kid when they make part 3 or whatever, or 4 or whatever they did recently, and everyone's shitting on it, saying it stunk. You were going like, no, I actually teared up and blah 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 blah. I go back, and other than the hardcore classics like the Magnificent Seven and Dirty Dozen and that type of stuff, like I go back to the movies that I liked as a kid, and I just think like, God, I can't believe how bad this is. Like I really liked when I saw Star Wars. I didn't mind it when I saw it. Like all the kids were into it, so I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll check it out. I didn't see it until, dude, that's how sheltered I was, and this is how like non-internet my life was like way back in the day. Star Wars came out in the summer of '77 and was the biggest fucking movie since Jaws, and I didn't hear a word about it. I had no idea it was even out.
What were you doing? Why?
Summer vacation. I didn't see any kids from school, and I had, my brothers, we were just hanging out playing fucking baseball, playing outside like kids used to.
Right.
Had paper routes, were going swimming, and it never came up And then fucking I came back in September, and everyone's going, "Hey, may the force be with you, Boba Fett, Darth Vader," and I'm sitting there like, what did I miss? What's going on here? And it was like the big thing, dude. And when a movie went away, it fucking went away. If you missed it, you fucking missed it. You couldn't rent it. It wasn't on DVD. If you were lucky, like fucking 5-6 years later, it would come out on TV censored. But what happened was when Empire Strikes Back came out, they re-released Star Wars. And I saw Empire first, and then I saw down in Copley Square in Boston, and then I saw what the fuck was it there? Star Wars. I saw Star Wars. But we can continue this when we come back after the break here. You're listening to the Uninformed Show, the new comeback one with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa, and I guess we'll be back here in a minute. Okay, we're back. The Uninformed Show, Part 2. The second hour here, if you're listening to it on XM Sirius, or if you're on our website, myspace.com/uninformed. Radio.
Yes.
What is it?
myspace.com/uninformed radio.
Okay, there you go.
Yes. And we're what are we recording on here? It's a great device.
Yeah, I bought this. I've been doing my Monday morning podcast with this thing. This thing's the Olympus LS10. Which out of 5 stars I give this thing, Joe. You got to get one of these. And we're actually, we talked during our little break here that we're trying to determine how many, if we're big enough that if we hype something on the air, can we get some free stuff out of them? And right now, if there's anybody who works for the Olympus people, I'm lobbying to get young Joe DeRosa, one of the up-and-coming stars of the Opie and Anthony show.
Oh.
The latest star, of that huge program. That's a big deal, Joe.
Very excited.
That's a big feather in your little half Egyptian cap. I'm telling you, man.
I'm very excited.
Those fucking O&A people, they come out to shows, unbelievably supportive. And I'll tell you, when you have those kinds of eyeballs on you, Joe, I think that I think you're entitled to a free Olympus LS10.
Yeah, I think so too. I would appreciate one Olympus because it's worth every penny, but it's
you know what I love about it? You know what I love about Olympus? They support the troops. They're all about America. How much more can we talk these guys up? It's
Olympus is my favorite mount, and you guys
Joe,
do good work.
Yeah, there you go. Please don't talk yourself out of one. No, it's incredible, dude. Like the quality of mine, like I got to fix it a little bit, but I mean that's all on my end. I just got to learn how to tweak it. But anyways, let's get back on target here and let's stop trying to get free swag for young Joe over there. If you're new right now, if you haven't heard the first hour, we're talking about comebacks. In celebration of the comeback of Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. You know, one of the highlights of the Saturday Night Virus. Granted, there was what is there 4 other shows?
I don't know, man. It always seemed like there was some new show that I'd never heard of.
I'm going to go on a limb and say we are one of the top 4 shows.
I think I would put us in top 2.
Top
Saturday
2?
Night Virus.
Saturday Night Virus. Look at Joe talking a little bit of shit. I'll
go
smackdown.
top 2.
You go top 2?
Top 2.
I might go top 3.
One of the other top 3, because then our
top 3.
Other 2 close friends that have shows are in the top 3, where everybody's happy.
Yeah,
we're not squeezing anybody out.
Who are we squeezing out then? We squeezing out.
No, they would always be like, this week it's Bubba Franklin. They'd be like some guy I never heard of.
Oh, all right. Whatever. I think we got a nice little show here, dude. We're gonna fucking build this thing up now because now we don't have to worry about being in New York when we do it. Because why, Joe? Because we have the Olympus LS10.
What a wonderful device it is.
And you know what? And they're so generous down there. I've heard. Just generous people.
They are.
How do you do this show? How do you talk? I always heard if you talk up a product, they'll send you some free stuff.
This is how you do it. I have cancer, and I really want one of your things before I die.
Oh, Jesus.
Some free shit.
There you go, Joe.
I've only got 3 months.
That's right.
Boy,
you know
I'd
what?
To have one of those Olympus.
The Olympus LS10. They're not bankers.
Yeah.
There you go. Fucking sons of bitches.
The bankers, not the Olympus
bankers.
people.
No, not the Olympus people. The Olympus people are underneath the bankers, just like everybody else, including, evidently, the President of the United States.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not in conspiracy theory, like trying to figure out who the Illuminati is now is totally over for me. I've gone to the end. It's bankers. When you literally see the President of the United States asking these fucking guys not to take their bonuses, and then they go, hey, you know what, why don't you go fuck yourself? We're taking them. And then he goes, oh, okay. They just let you know, dude,
Because it was written into the legislation that they could take the bonuses. That came out afterwards.
So what?
It's law. They
Joe,
passed the law.
you tell me one other. He's got a contract. Who gives a fuck, dude? You tell me one other fucking business out there that could tank the economy of a country and still get bonuses and have the president. Dude, even if it's in your contract, just the pressure of the president and everybody going, dude, you're not entitled to a bonus. And they still go, you know what? Yeah, I think we are. After they took $750 billion that they were supposed to use to help us, and they kept that.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Those are the guys, dude.
Yeah.
That Eyes Wide Shut party with the masks, those are the guys behind those masks. Those are the guys.
What is the significance of the Eyes Wide Shut reference? You always see the Eyes Wide Shut party. Why?
Because that movie was such a buzzkill to me where I just loved that he got into that whole fucking thing. But then they never explained who those fucking people were.
What did he get into? I never saw the whole thing. I thought it was just about sex.
I don't know what the fuck. I saw it so long ago. The only thing that stuck with me was that fucking party. And I just remember, like, he somehow got hooked in with the fucking, the paranoid, conspiracy theory. He got hooked into the people behind the people, The guys behind all the famous people, the guys behind all the government people. You're going down some road you don't even know it exists. They have these fucking mansions that look like the Headless Horseman should be riding around the front of it. And you walk in there, and they're just having this fucking Freemason, secret society freaky party where they're all just sitting around wearing masks, watching two people fucking. I mean,
like
dude.
Skulls, like that kind of
stuff. Like that type of stuff. And he somehow gets in this party, and he gets. I was riveted, and then it didn't go anywhere. Yeah, that was a big knock on that movie. Well, what's his face died halfway through it, and then someone else had to finish it. So you had two visions there.
Oh, and Kubrick died during.
Yeah.
It? Oh, I didn't.
I can't believe I just said what's his face. Yeah.
Yeah, what's his face?
What's his face? He's one of the greatest directors of all time. I'd put him up there, dude. He destroys your fucking little Star Wars boy there.
Take it easy. I'm a George Lucas fan. I didn't say he was the greatest director of all time.
Well, dude, have you ever been on YouTube? That's how it works. You can't compliment somebody without shitting all over somebody else. That's how it works nowadays.
Lucas is You know
what his best movie was?
Awesome.
American Graffiti.
It's a great flick.
I liked it better. You know why? There was no fucking robots.
You like sci-fi. You like Westworld. That's a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, that's a fucking good movie.
That's a sci-fi movie. You can't say sci-fi sucks. It's just you don't like something.
You know what? Yeah, come on. Anything with Yul Brynner in it was awesome.
Dude, Wrath of Khan, fucking great flick, dude. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, killer, dude. Spock dies at the end, for Christ's sake.
That was one of... Did I ever do that, or was that somebody else I heard?
What?
One of the... did I ever hear another comedian do that? I can't even... I'm going fucking crazy.
What?
Just saying, like... you want to see? I do impressions. You want to hear my Captain Kirk impression? Everybody's like, yeah. And he just goes, Khan! And that's it.
That's a big...
Is that a hacky one?
That's a big reference to that movie. That's like the famous scene.
Yeah, because he screams.
Yeah, he freaks out. He freaks out.
What do we do now? We die. And the little thing comes down over his eye. I remember that shit. I liked it when I was a fucking kid.
And but it's okay. I honestly think...
Joe, I get worked up. It's what I do.
I honestly think you would still like it if you would let yourself go a little bit and not watch it going, I have to scrutinize this right. I think you go into it saying, I want to scrutinize
No, I don't.
I don't understand how you could watch it and go, this is terrible. I don't.
Joe, this is one thing. I'm going to totally just make a fucking... tangent here. When you were you're gesticulating there with both your fucking hands, you mentioned earlier you had a mullet in the 80s and it was all curly, and we said you look like a keyboard player. You have fucking piano playing fucking fingers, man. Look at those. Look at those fucking... How are your fingers longer than the rest of your hand?
I always wanted to play piano and I never did.
Jesus, Joe, you could fucking hit the high C or whatever the fuck they say. Dun 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 dun. You would. So you have a prodigy. Something I remember Elton John talking about how he hated his stubby little fingers. Although his boyfriends never said that. Thank you.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What's the thing, Joe?
We mentioned Wrath of Khan and we mentioned Empire Strikes Back earlier. And in the vein of comebacks, two of the greatest sequels, in my opinion, of all time, and two of the only instances that I can think of, Godfather 2 being the other one, where the sequel was superior to the original, which is very, very hard to...
Oh, yeah, that's incredible. What about Back to the Future? I think they pulled it off.
I like 2, but
I like number 2. You know what I liked about number 2 is how the dude got the sports almanac.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, you know what I loved about that? That's such a fucking blue-collar way of making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fucking a lot of people wouldn't think to do that shit. Like, instantly I was looking at that like, that's totally what the fuck I would do.
2's funny. I'm going to the dance, Grandma! Probably just peeked out the phone.
I know, I'm sure you did that.
No, I didn't. Yeah, 2 is funny. That guy's funny, that Biff guy.
I like how you just screamed and you go, I probably peeked out, and then when you looked over, it wasn't peeked because you were talking.
No. That thing lights up red when it peaks on the recorder.
What is it? Does it light up forever?
Another wonderful feature of the Olympus recorder is that
it's such a great device, Joe.
Yeah, it lights up and lets you know that you hit a peak.
Oh, it does. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. God, those people at Olympus, they really thought of everything, Joe.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
You know something? What's great is when someone like yourself gets hold of a device like that who can actually intelligently explain it. It's just a shame, Joe, that I have one and you do not.
You know, Bill, I wish I could. It's tough these days in this type of economy to save up money.
You've done shows for the troops, haven't you?
I have.
You have, yeah.
I have.
Very patriotic guy, aren't you?
I tell you what I would most like this Olympus recorder for, so I could send messages to my sickly mother. She would appreciate that. Listen, so...
Look, I don't mind. I like the Twilight Zone. Is that science fiction?
Yeah, some of it is. But again, it's a little more...
Bionic Man, I like.
Fantasy. Bionic Man is science fiction. Science fiction you would define by... It's contingent, like the plot and the story.
On shit that isn't invented yet.
Yeah, it's contingent on scientific capabilities. Like, that's why you say Star Wars really isn't. Like, it's the story of, like, Luke Skywalker and his father's Darth Vader, and he's got to avenge that. You could set that in any... That could be a mob
But is a
saga.
Terminator considered science fiction?
Yeah, Terminator is, but... I've had this argument with people when I took film classes in college, and there's something called self-conscious filmmaking, right? Where self-conscious filmmaking means you say, I'm going to make something in this genre regardless. I'll develop the story around the genre. Non-self-conscious filmmaking is you say, this is the story I want to tell. It just happens to take place in this genre. And the examples that he always gave were...
Are you big leaguing me right now, Joe?
No.
You're really trying to come off like little smarty pants.
Yeah. No, the examples he always gave were Goodfellas versus The Godfather. And he always said Goodfellas is a self-conscious gangster movie. That movie is about a guy being a gangster, and it doesn't work without that. The Godfather isn't. The Godfather is the story of the family. It just happens to take place in the scene of mobsters. The Godfather could be about a family business of any kind.
So you're telling me that you took a class. You paid for this class, right, Joe? Your parents paid for it, and maybe
it's my college.
My
loans paid for it.
You wrote something and you got a scholarship in high school. And you're tough. You were you were number 13 of your 14 fucking people in your school, and you paid for this class, and this guy basically shits on Goodfellas.
No, he didn't shit on it.
Oh, he kind of did. He just said that Martin Scorsese made a self-conscious film.
No, that's not a bad word. It's just he's saying.
In my world, it is. In my world, it is. Like, that's like when somebody who's fucking crazy. You know, and then you got the other guy who's trying to be the crazy guy. He's kind of shitting on him a little bit.
No, it's a technique in filmmaking. It's when you say
where that movie doesn't exist.
Another example was westerns. He said some movies have to be westerns. They're westerns, but like The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood is not a self-conscious
snooze
western.
fest that was.
What?
Oh, The Unforgiven, Pale Rider. I
like The Unforgiven, man. It's awesome for that payoff at the end. When he goes to the...
Oh, and again, he gets the diamond mine. Yeah, it's great.
No. What?
The diamond mine, he blows it up, and he goes, take that, Union Jack.
No, Unforgiven, the end is when they kill Morgan Freeman, and he's like, give me the whiskey. Yes, he is.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Morgan Freeman wasn't in that movie.
The Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood and Morgan
Yeah, it took place in the 1800s. Morgan Freeman's a black guy. He would have been enslaved. How the fuck does he have a whiskey shop?
I see what you're doing. I get it.
What am I doing, Joe?
I get it.
No, defend your fucking...
Wait,
no,
what's another...
Dude, you know I loved Goodfellas. Don't shit on Goodfellas. That's ridiculous. You are. But you are. You're not, but you are.
No.
You're trying to say that it's more one-dimensional than The Godfather Part 2.
You're missing it.
What, because he kills his brother and they have a house on the lake that it works on fucking two different levels?
No, it's not two different levels. It's saying The Godfather...
You know it works on two different levels, Joe? This Olympus LS10.
Name a great sequel. There's got to be... Rocky 2 is a great sequel.
No, there's very, very, very few. Let me see here. Get Shorty, the sequel to that wasn't good. Joe, you're going into movies, man. I'm not good at that stuff. I watch a lot of sports.
Right.
Like, you want to talk about comebacks? Let's talk about the 2004 Boston Red Sox. Down 3-0 in the middle of an 86-year curse. They came back, won 4 games in a row.
That was amazing.
You know what's funny? Like, ESPN did the biggest chokes of all time. The top 25. Of course, the Red Sox had like fucking 11 of the top 25.
Right.
But in the top 25 chokes was not the 2004 New York Yankees. And I got upset for half a second, but it's like, when you win it 26 times, you basically won a quarter of a century worth of World Series. You're entitled to one fuck up. You know what I mean?
Were the Lakers in there? Didn't the Lakers have a good run and then they really fucked up?
Did they choke? No. This is so funny. This is like talking to a baby here. You're just so wide-eyed and innocent. You really know nothing about sports, do you?
No clue.
Well, now you know I felt as you went on your little exposition about film.
All right.
Good. Joe, I think, don't make me feel stupid on this show.
I know Akeem Olajuwon. There you go. What did he do? Did he ever come back, that guy?
No, I'll give you a good one, Joe. Do you like boxing? Are you into the fights?
Yeah, a little bit.
Corrales Castillo. Diego Corrales versus Jose Luis Castillo was, if you want to see the Rocky movie for real as far as like a fight, this fucking Corrales gets knocked down twice. One of his eyes is almost closed. It's towards the end of the fight, and he gets up. He can't believe he got up again. I just remember he went over to his corner, and his corner man looked at him. He goes, "You better fucking get inside now," whatever the fuck that means. So he throws water in his face. The guy turns around. Corrales, he's all fucking wobbly. He goes out there and just starts throwing bombs, and he catches Castillo and fucking TKOs the guy literally 8 seconds later to win the fucking fight. It was unbelievable. Dude, I'm not even doing it justice because, I'm not a commentator. I can't paint pictures. You know what I'm saying, Joe? Yeah. If anything you've learned by listening to me on this fucking show, it was unreal. What's his face? Let's keep dropping names. You already said Jimmy Dore. We said David Tell. What's his face? Charlie Murphy told me to watch that fight. He told me he woke up his entire family when he watched that. When Corrales came back, he fucking stomped on the floor and screamed. At the end of the night, woke up his whole fucking family.
That's
so
hilarious.
I was like, all right, if this impressed Charlie Murphy, who really is a functioning psychopath, who actually has a black belt,
Speaking of which, speaking of sports, we watched yesterday, and this is not on the subject of comebacks, but it's worth talking about.
I mean functioning psycho in a good way.
This is, yeah.
That's how much of a maniac Charlie is. Cause, hey, yo, Bill, somebody told me that you called me a psycho.
We watched yesterday a clip on YouTube called Earl Weaver Gets Pissed. You got to watch this clip. Earl Weaver, the old coach of, the Orioles, was it?
Jesus Christ, Joe. Yeah.
Hey,
Steven Tyler. He's lead singer of Aerosmith, I guess.
Sports are my bag. But anyway, Earl Weaver gets
Not
pissed.
my bag.
But this is the funny thing. The clip is basically Earl Weaver gets thrown out of a game because he says to the umpire, "Your sole job here is to fuck us."
Yeah.
And the umpire throws him out of the game. And then it's 5 minutes of Earl Weaver walking away and then walking back.
Oh, yeah. We watched that in the green room last night.
So we watched it in the green room. We're laughing our asses off. Then those 2 umpires came to the show, and we were talking to them about the clip after the show. Did they tell you? He goes, the best part about the clip is if you look at the clock, it's 4 minutes into the game.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and that just put it over the top, dude. That he gets that hot 4 minutes in and comes to the conclusion, your sole purpose here is to fuck us.
But
immediately.
You know what's unreal about that clip, though? Do you know what that umpire said to him? Like, the umpire was, like, taunting him. Oh, really, Earl? What are you going to do, lose another World Series?
He says that, dude. He says that into, like, the 3rd time that he walks away
Yeah,
and comes
but that's
back.
one of those things. You insulted him a little bit. Like, he was just, your sole purpose is to fuck us. He kept it, you fucking piece of shit. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Fucking. He's just doing that shit. You're blind as a bat. He didn't question, like, I guess maybe he is questioning his umpire skills. But, dude, what are you going to do, lose another World Series? I don't know. To me...
Yeah, he said something about, doesn't he say something about the Hall of Fame? And he goes, I'll be in the Hall of Fame for what? Losing another World Series.
Yeah.
That's a great slam.
It is a great comeback, but I was just like, wow. Yeah.
See, so it is a comeback. All right, this does tie into
There you
comeback.
go. Yeah, it does. It definitely ties it. No, those umpires last night came up and they said, like we might lose some people. As I talked about sports on my podcast, and people either fucking love it or they hate it. But this guy was talking about they had a bench clearing brawl, right? And went AAA, and evidently some pitcher comes running off the bench, takes a baseball, throws it as hard as he can, misses the ball player. It goes sailing into the stands, hits some woman right in her fucking head, and knocks her out. The guy's doing 5 years in jail.
Jesus.
I don't. And you know what, Joe? You know what I love about that story is I didn't even look it up, and I just fucking put it out there. I'm saying it happened.
You just made that up?
No, I didn't make it up. This fucking guy who said he was an umpire, I don't know if he was an umpire.
That happened to like a little girl. Like they have all these nets up. I think Jason, the law.
No, I told you. No, that happened here in Columbus, dude. It was brutal.
Yeah, the little girl got hit in the head with a what was it?
Hockey puck.
Hockey puck.
Yeah, hockey puck. Hit her, and they took her to the hospital and thought she was all right, and a few days later she died. There's no comedy there, Joe. It's a dead kid.
No,
it's horrible.
Jesus.
What are you doing?
I wasn't making a joke.
Well, why'd you bring that up?
I'm saying it's like that story.
Yeah, but no, it isn't, because the fucking person lived. No child died in my story, Joe.
All right.
Well, here we go. Now we have a lull. Why don't you fucking with your piano
What
fingers
is that
there?
shit where you hit your head? That happened to what's her face that just died? That actress when she was skiing. Liam Neeson's wife. She hit her head and she was fine, and then she just died.
I think it's a slow bleed, and it puts pressure on. They don't pick it up.
How the hell did they not pick that up? I don't understand.
Because I think when you hit your head and you come in and they check your vitals and they do that little flashlight in your eye and you're not really showing symptoms, like they don't. What do you need to do? I think you need to do like a CAT scan. I mean, that's the thing, man. A lot. How many famous fucking people have died skiing? Kennedy died. Sonny from Sonny and Cher.
Kennedy died skiing.
He was fucking. Jesus Christ, like, I don't know what Joe Kennedy did, but the karma that hangs over that family.
He was a fucking piece of shit, that guy.
So all his kids have to die, dude? I mean, it's just
Sins of the father. That's what they say, But, like, dude, that's...
Wait a minute.
That's the saying, the sins of the father.
Well, I want to hear about this. What is this, dude? Because I won't have fucking kids.
No, the old cliche
Wait a minute. Oh, the kids pay for the sins of their father?
Yeah, that's the old cliche. Dude, that guy was a piece of shit. He was a bootlegger. He was a fucking...
So what?
Dude, he did all that stuff where he made he got the mob to pressure to buy votes and to scare people into voting for Jack Kennedy, and then he sicked Robert Kennedy on him as soon as he could. Dude, they were dirty, dude.
They were playing the game, Joe. I mean, dude, the banks and insurance company are the two of the.
I'm not saying they're any better. I'm just saying you said, what did Joe Kennedy do? He was an asshole. That's all. Jesus, Joe, did he fuck you out of a fucking featurette gig or some shit? Here we go, Joe. The sins of the father. There is a concept within the Bible, actually in the Bible many times, and even stated in opposite terms, thus apparently being contradictory, that the son pays for the sins of the father. What? That's just fucking crazy. It's dumb. It's just, it's a cliche. What's the... wait a minute. What Kennedy died skiing? Jesus, Joe. I'm going to have to fucking Google. I don't know. They're all named like Ted, aren't they? Or Eddie. Ted Kennedy. That piece of shit is still walking the fucking planet. How is he a piece of shit? He murdered a fucking woman. No, he didn't. He crashed the car into the ocean. They both got drunk, and fucking he was a better swimmer. And he left her in the fucking car and then didn't tell anybody. He tried to fucking say he wasn't there. He didn't remember it. Joe, first of all, the size of that guy's fucking head. He's lucky he was able to get himself out of that pond. There's no way he could have dragged her up, too. That's fine, but you go to the cops and you go, I was drunk driving, it's involuntary manslaughter, and he didn't fucking do it. He's a piece of shit. That girl's dead because he's a drunk, and he didn't fucking own up to it. Well, no, this is the thing, Joe. She's dead because they both went out and partied, and neither one of them was smart enough to say, let's get a fucking cab. I mean, at some point, dude, you're not a kid anymore. You got to speak up for yourself, all right? All right, fair enough. Okay? Fair enough, but he's an asshole. He's an asshole. That's a little harsh, Joe. He's a guy who had too many drinks, but turned out to be a strong swimmer. All right. Well. No, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, I know. No, it's yeah. Joe, can I tell you something? Like, people think that you get away with shit like that, Joe. How afraid of you would you be to die? As a matter of fact, if you had that shit hanging over you, knowing that, if you get judged in the afterlife, if that actually goes down, as a matter of fact, dude. As a matter of fact, did you kill someone, Joe? No, that could be the greatest comeback on the show today. Ted Kennedy. Ted Kennedy drives a fucking car into the water, gets out, has a fruitful and productive career in politics. Never does a day of fucking jail time.
Depends on who you talk
Nothing.
to, because people were trying to groom him to be president, and once that happened, he could never be president. But he became a senator. I would say that was better than O.J. But O.J. did kill two people.
And also, Ted Kennedy eluded the Kennedy curse.
What?
He's fucked up. Dude, he didn't crash in a plane. He didn't die skiing. He didn't get assassinated.
Well, no, but he assassinated himself with that drowning of the girl in the lagoon.
I know, but what I'm saying
politically
is,
assassinated himself.
I'm sure he's doing all right. You know what I mean?
He's getting good grades. All right, you know something? Richard Nixon, that's a great comeback.
What was his comeback, though?
He fucking was groomed to be president. He was vice president to Eisenhower, wasn't he?
Right.
Or something like that. Hoover, one of those fucking guys in the 50s. And he was primed to be the next president. He went up against John F. Kennedy. All right? And you're, this Catholic. Back then, people were so prejudiced they wouldn't vote for Catholic. He fucking lost that election. He was done. He was dead in the water. He got out of politics. All right? And by fucking 1968, he was dead in the water. In, 1960? He was dead.
Nixon.
Nixon was dead. Gone. Done. Over.
And he came back.
8 years later, he's fucking president.
He wasn't president.
Only to fuck up again and resign in shame.
He wasn't president until 76?
No, 68. Was I saying 76? 68.
When was Kennedy president? I thought Kennedy was president in 68.
Oh, Jesus, Joe. No, he became president in 1960. It would have been to 64. He was assassinated November 22nd, 1963. Lyndon Johnson took over, was reelected in 66, and then he said, I will not, nor will I accept the nomination of my party. He's fucking stepped down, and then Bobby Kennedy came back, okay, and he was on his way in 1968, got assassinated, I think, June 6, 1968, 4 days before I was born, maybe June 4th. Okay. Look at me, Joe. I'm ripping off fucking dates here. The Ambassador Hotel right on Wilshire Boulevard that does not exist anymore.
Is that in Los Angeles?
That's in Los Angeles, Joe.
All right.
And then he got elected in 1968 and would have won by a landslide in 1972, but for some reason decided to break in to the the election headquarters of the Democratic National
Watergate Hotel.
Yeah, Watergate Hotel, right?
Yes.
And then that fucking took him down. And you know why that took him down, Joe? Because back then, five conglomerates didn't own all the fucking media.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened then. Them showing dead bodies coming back from fucking Vietnam killed the support after a while. And what's his face? Walter Cronkite saying that I don't think this war is winnable. Everybody trusted him. You could never say that nowadays. You just couldn't. They're not journalists anymore. They're just like, and now not only that, you could never be one of these fucking Glenn Beck, Oberman, fucking loudmouths. Those guys are fucking freaky, man. Like they should have like their own flags waving behind them.
Oh, dude,
all they do is just divide Americans.
Yeah,
I hate those shows, man.
Shit. They just stir up the shit.
Unlike us, Joe. Unlike us, who we try to bring people together on this show.
Yeah, it's just another head of or another high up in some sort of organization stirring up the shit.
Yeah, so they basically was it Reagan deregulate started.
Ken Oberman used to be on ESPN.
Keith Oberman, yeah. Yeah, he did.
And what happened? Like, when did he become this?
We want to do the other thing. Well, I mean, look, I'm not saying that you can't go from one thing to another, but like, I just don't think like those people they're helping anybody. All they're doing, they're just blaming the other side. Dude, you know what? There was a great moment that happened in this country, and we fucking blew it, dude. These bankers fucked this economy. Everybody was unified in their anger towards the banks, and it was a great moment, man, where something great could have happened. And it didn't. We just continued down this same fucking path. And they just keep printing more and more cash, dude. I'm telling you, Joe, get your fucking silver coins, buddy.
Dude, that talking heads bullshit that these news channels have succumbed to, it's all they want to sound. But, dude, they had Ann Coulter on CNN, on Larry King Live, right?
Right.
Now, this is the chance, right? This is the big chance. For CNN, they got her in the hot seat. Let's try to go at Ann Coulter for some of the stuff she said that we don't agree with. Let's take her down. Let's argue. Blah, 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 blah. Larry King's out that day. Who do they get to fill in? Joy Behar. Brilliant fucking strategy, right? Brilliant strategy. Joy Behar would say what you want about Ann Coulter. She's well-read and prepared to have the argument, period. You can't argue that fact. Joy Behar might as well have been going, talk to the hand. Like, it was embarrassing.
Oh, did she try to take her down?
Dude, it was embarrassing. She tried to take her down the way that she gets to take people down on The View, which is, hey, we're 4 chicks, and we'll out-sass you, and our audience will clap for it. And
I got to watch it. Oh, good for Ann Coulter. Slapped her around. Good for her.
Yeah, she's like, why were you so offended last time you were on The View? Ann Coulter's like, I wasn't offended. And she's like, you seemed offended when you. And she's like, Joy, I wasn't offended. I just, I came on the show and da-da-da. And she's like, well, what's the problem? She's like, there is no problem. You're saying I was offended, and I'm telling you that I wasn't offended. She goes, just drop it. It's like, just drop it. You brought it up. What are you doing? Why would you put this chick in here today?
That's hilarious.
That's when they should have fucking brought out fucking Oberman. That's when you bring out that guy.
I think Larry ducked her. I think he got a little scared.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, but listen, my point about it is like, that's like another thing where, like, all those people on both sides who just sit there and just trash the other side, and the other side is 100% wrong. Then they do a couple of softballs to make themselves look balanced. Well, blah, 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 blah. It's like anybody with half a fucking brain can see that, like, if you vote Democrat or Republican, it doesn't fucking make a bit of a difference. No. Like, Obama's sitting there going, well, I'm going to get us out of Iraq. He didn't mention he was going to go take all those people and stick them in Afghanistan. I mean, economically, as far as, like, the debt we're incurring, it's the same fucking thing.
Is it true that he gave himself this big raise?
Who?
Obama.
Joe, who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows?
I heard 2 people talking about this. Is it also true that he smokes cigarettes?
No, this is
2 broads last night in the bar were talking about that. I was like, and it was really confusing me because one of the girls was black, and it sounded like she was really criticizing Obama. And it was confusing the shit out of me. I
think this is what it is, Joe. It's like he is in the beginning of just taking. Obama is going to take one of the all-time poundings, like. George Bush, I never saw anybody else get fucking lumped up the way that guy did. Say what you want about his politics. I wasn't a fan. But that guy, he really got the shit pounded him. Granted, he was prolific. He just should have stopped giving speeches after a while. He'd just be like, dude, I'm not good at this, okay? I get a little nervous. I start talking about stuff, and then I blank out because I fucking partied a lot back in the day. But, I'm trying to do the right thing here. But he just kept coming back for more. You know what Bush was like? He was like that comic, that terminal open mic comic who just fucking never quits and just keeps coming up with a brand new 5 minutes. It's like, dude, go with what works. Yeah. You got a couple of bits in there that are working. Yeah. Just go with that.
Down to the way that when it was going good, he'd start laughing. Like, when you see a shitty comic do well for once every year, they do well, and they start going like, yeah, I know, and they start fucking laughing. Like,
they get giddy.
Excited douchebag.
They get giddy. I'll tell you, that guy's setting himself up for an unbelievable comeback.
Bush?
George Bush. Okay, the guy goes out, one of the most unpopular presidents of my lifetime, definitely, possibly of all time. He has fucking he left like Johnny Carson. He's gone, man. He's out.
Yeah.
I heard he bought a bunch of land down in South America, which is another thing that's scaring the shit out of me, which, of course, has as much credibility as you hearing Obama smoked. Because, once again, I overheard that in a bar. Oh, the guy bought all this land down there. You know what? You know why that is, don't you? You know why that is?
Yeah.
That type of shit. And everybody's eyebrows start going up. Huh? I'll tell you what's going on.
Dude, that guy's gonna swing back around in 15 years, start doing late-night talk shows, coming out. Yeah, I'm a fucking moron. And paneling. And everybody's going to go, hey, we like this guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy. He'll do that.
Nixon came back. Like, Nixon came back again. I remember they wrote this big feature on him. It's called Wingtips on the Beach. And was just talking about how he was, I think, from California, or maybe like that's where he was started his political career. I don't know much about that thing, but no, wait. Was he? Yeah, I think I went to his house out there. Is that what his fucking house was? They had the presidential limousine. Dude, that's a whole nother culture, by the way. Those presidential libraries and all that. I go around and I see ballparks and sports and Hooters.
Right.
In every fucking state I go to. There's people that go out there and they look at, why don't you look that up there on the internet, Joe? We'll actually try to have some sort of a professional show here. But he made a comeback. Jimmy Carter made a comeback. Gerald Ford never made a comeback. Gerald Ford was the default.
What happened to that guy? He's still alive, isn't he?
He's one of those guys. You know those guys? Didn't that guy die and you can't remember?
see that thing with Carter when he did the thing with the living presidents, and it was Bush Sr., Clinton, and Bush Jr.
And it went all the way back to Ford.
Yeah, and Carter wouldn't stand with him. He stood over on the side.
Wouldn't stand with who?
Any of them. Like, it was like the Clintons and the Bushes were all together.
Yeah.
And Carter was like standing on the other side. He didn't want to be
because he doesn't condone what they were doing. Carter actually gave the "We're addicted to oil" speech 30 fucking years ago. He installed solar panels on the White House, and when Reagan came in, he took those down in this big statement of like, we're going old school here. And but Jimmy Carter was looked on as a pussy, and because we had like all the hostages. Joe, is this like the most ridiculous material you've ever done on the show? We had the hostages in Iran, and he didn't go in there and do the Toby Keith shit. Uncle Sam's gonna put a boot in your ass. He didn't go in there and fucking Rambo the shit, right?
Right.
He didn't do that, and everyone was saying they were supposed to. And then they tried to have a rescue mission, and it got botched up, and the planes hit each other. So he was looked upon as a pussy. And then he wrote a bunch of books. He started building houses for poor people, and he sort of made a comeback.
Well,
how would you feel, Joe, if everybody just thought you were a pussy? You know what I mean?
They do. Everybody thinks I'm a pussy. I've never met somebody.
I don't think you're a pussy. I don't think you can fight, but I mean, you stand your ground. You run your mouth, Joe. You're fucking. What do you like? You like those rodents you see on like the Discovery Channel that won't back down.
I'm like I know this. I'm Ralph Cramden. That's exactly who I am. Just blowing out fucking steam, and then I'm completely wrong.
What do you got there? Where's Nixon from? Did you look that up?
I didn't know what you asked me to look up.
Why didn't you just... Oh, Jesus,
because I got sidetracked with your thing about the Iran hostages. Where's he from? I got it.
Where's his presidential library?
Nixon, Wikipedia.
Oh, God. Okay,
Just
here
relax.
we go. You know what, Joe? What do you mean just relax? Well, you know what? Why don't I talk to the listeners, Joe?
Did you see Frost Nixon, by the way? Great flick.
Frost Nixon? What's that about? Robert Frost's relationship with Richard Nixon?
Yeah, it was the Frost-Nixon interviews.
Who's Frost?
Frost, the reporter guy from
What's his first name,
Australia.
Joe?
I think it is Robert.
Isn't Robert Frost like an author? Is he the
one
one who wrote about the wilderness in New Hampshire? Who was that guy?
Nixon, by the way, was born in Yorba Linda, California.
Yeah, so he is there. That's why they wrote Wingtips on the Beach. Yeah, sunny California, the Beach Boys, and he was walking around in a conservative suit. I'm not a crook.
The way Frank Langella portrayed him in the movie, it was good. He was really good in it. But you liked him a little bit. He was like charming. He's a charming guy. I don't remember him being that charming when I saw the old news footage of him and stuff.
Oh, they made him like human. Yeah, he was just.
Yeah, they made him like a charming kind of guy. Which is good because then it's an interesting movie. Then you're not just looking at it going, "This guy did something terrible. I hate him." You're going, "God damn it, I kind of like this guy a little bit. Why did he do that? Oh, that sucks that he did that. Nah, I don't like him. Nah, I kind of like him." You know what I mean? You go back and
right.
forth.
Well, they humanize him. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. I got to admit, Joe, as left as I lean, I got to tell you, like I fucking the stupidity of some of the shit that like. Conservatives sometimes, whatever, they go on a show and they debate, but you got to give it up to them. They come on there, they got a suit, they're fucking prepared. And just sometimes, if I see one more fucking bedheaded lefty coming on TV trying to argue some shit that I'm into and they just get fucking, it's like, can you try to be fucking prepared?
Yeah.
Joe, it is about 80 degrees in here. What is going on, man?
Do you want to hear the worst right-wing joke that I've heard in forever? Where
What's that?
Literally, even if you were as far left as you could be, it was disgusting. Did you see Watchmen?
No.
It sucked. Look, if anybody didn't see it, I'm ruining the end of the movie right now. So cover your ears. The premise of Watchmen is it's this alternate reality where Nixon, instead of leaving office, amended the terms and he's still president, even though it's like the mid-'80s when the movie takes place. So Nixon is still president. All this shit happens, big climax, blah, 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 blah. Nixon's finally out of office, or Nixon's approaching the end of his term, and they're not going to let him run again. And they go, so did you hear, or they go, now the crime's gone, we don't know what to write about in the newspapers. And then one guy goes, I heard Ronald Reagan might run for president. And some guy goes, stop being funny, which first of all is the joke from Back to the Future, right?
Right.
And then he goes, even in this country, we don't want a cowboy in the White House, which is a direct W. Bush. And it's just, it's so fucking lame. You're just like, oh.
You know what I hate what people do now? I hate when somebody will call up, right? They call up like those political stations, right? And they completely trash one side and then say that they're from that side. They're like, these Republicans, they're completely like, blah, 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 and I'm a Republican. It's like, no, you're not. People do that with sports.
Yeah.
I think the Boston Bruins are one of the worst motherfucking and they play like a bunch of pussies and they're cheap. I'm not even going to be a fan anymore, and I'm actually a Bruin fan. It's like, no, you're not, you fucking cunt.
I swear to
How
God. How
stupid do you think people are?
I swear to God, I was talking to a guy in a comedy club one day who was furious and going off about Bush. And he goes, the fucking Bush family, they're piece of shit crooks. I told this woman the other day, you voted for Bush. I hope you and every one of them get shot in the fucking head. And I go, Jesus Christ, are you a little left there? And he goes, I'm right. I'm a Republican. And I was like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah.
You just don't, there's no way. You don't feel that vehemently about it. You just don't. There's no fucking way. You can be a Republican and criticize Bush, of course, but not that hardcore.
All right. Can we get back to the dumb shit that we usually talk about here? I really feel like this is some sort of retard meet the press.
It is. That's the new name of the show. Retard meet the press. Meet the retards. That'd be a funny name. Let's get back. This was something I wanted to talk about. We got away from it. We were talking about best movie sequels ever. Let's talk about some bad movie sequels.
Oh, you got to go with Jaws.
I never saw Jaws 2. Is it terrible?
Oh, Jaws 3, 3D, Jaws 4, Michael Caine. Get the bloody hell out. He doesn't even, like, it's such a piece of shit. It's like, hey, Michael, you going to do an accent for this one? Nah, I'm just going to talk the way I talk. You guys didn't bother writing a good script. Yeah. Why should I do any work?
I've never heard that guy once drop the accent. Him and Anthony Hopkins. Watch that movie Magic with Anthony Hopkins. Burgess Meredith plays his father. Burgess Meredith has an American accent. Anthony Hopkins has an English accent.
I can't criticize that stuff. I did a pilot one time, and they would ask me to do a Midwestern accent, and I was trying to work on it, but I didn't really work on it. And then finally they just wrote in that my character went to school in Boston. And then, the guy's like, and they address it right off the bat. Oh, and you come back, with your fancy Boston accent. And they're all speaking like, like Midwest at that mom, bob, pond, box. Go down and get some bratwurst. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck's going on? It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense, and it did not get picked up. And I'm probably the reason, which is why I'm sitting here, Joe, doing a radio show with you.
In a comedy condo.
In a comedy condo in Columbus, Ohio.
So wait, okay, so Jaws, terrible sequel. Godfather 3, not a fan. Godfather 2, tremendous. Godfather 3.
Dude,
not a fan.
Oh, well, fuck that. Has there ever been a great Part 3? Because Part 2, Battlestar Galactica, I'm starting to say, Empire Strikes Back.
Great.
Fucking great sequel.
Yeah.
Then every
Return of the Jedi wasn't a great sequel.
Dude, every third one has an element of the Ewoks in it, where they're just trying to bring it home to a happy place.
Yeah,
and it just sucks.
They always do that. They always want to make it like brighten it. Back to the Future 3, quite possibly the worst sequel in a series of sequels I've ever seen. And I love the first two.
Well, they made 2 and 3 back to back.
3 suck. We talked about that on O&A one day, and I said 3 is so bad. It was almost like when they would do like the Facts of Life go to Europe, and they would just make the movie after the sitcom ended, and it was so fucking bad. You're just like, why'd they do this?
Because they wrote 2 full scripts at the same time. They shot both of those back to back.
When I saw 2 in the theater the week that it came out, and at the end of 2 in the theater, it said to be concluded, and then it said
Back to the Future 3, and everybody applauded.
Yeah, they had a trailer for it. They had a fucking trailer on the end of 2 for 3.
Wow.
But even seeing the trailer, I was like, I don't want to see these guys go to the fucking West. The Old West? I don't give a shit about that.
Bad. Dude, that was them one right. Wait, we do. They go to the Old West. Really? Yeah, let's go with it.
Back to the Future 3 should have been this. They got greedy in Back to the Future 2. and they did the whole thing where they went to the future. Then they went back to 1985 immediately and did the parallel 1985 because Biff got the almanac and everything was evil and crumbling and everything. They had to fix it. That should have been part 3. Part 2 should have just been them running crazy in the fucking future. And then at the end, Biff gets the almanac and they go back and then they get back and they're like, what the fuck is happening? And that's the cliffhanger. And then Back to the Future 3 is they got to fix it. And then they got to go back to 1955.
I never saw 3. Like it just looked bad.
Dude, it sucks.
You know what that reminds me of? Like that Tim Allen sitcom. I just looked at it.
Improvement?
Yeah, the way they just had those weird little graphics, and I just made my stomach. Yeah. Oh yeah, they do that.
They getting opening credits. They did that every week. That's what a fucking.
Is that one of the worst catchphrases of all time? What? That guy's a funny bastard too,
funny.
And he's a good actor.
Yeah.
But that fucking.
The men are pigs.
With the reverb. It's like, really, Tim? Am I really supposed to sit here and watch this when it sounds like you don't even give a fuck? And I'll tell you another thing, Joe. I hate family fucking shows. And I hate watching parents deal with the growing pains of their kids. I can't fucking relate to them. I don't like them. Jesus. And they're always good-looking fucking kids. And then they have those weird... their faces always end up fucking getting big and large. They look like they have some sort of fucking elephantitis of the forehead. I should talk, but they get ugly and they get weird looking, and then it just sucks.
Yeah, that it's never good when the.
What's the longest running sitcom? They just like 200 fucking episodes, whatever. That you just never watched one episode.
Oh well, okay. What's the longest running sitcom, or what's the longest one?
The
that
Drew
ran
Carey
that I never
Show.
Watched?
Never watched an episode of that.
I saw a few of those. You know, dude, the two for me are Family Matters and Full House. Those were the two that were on forever, and I was like, I mean, even as a kid, I wanted to fucking puke, man.
Yeah, you just look at them, you just like,
yeah,
who would watch this?
Yeah, it just sucked. It sucked. It totally sucked. You know what show I never got into, and it's a good show, MASH. It always made me depressed.
You know something? I liked it when I was a kid, but then like now I try and watch it, and it's so rim shot the way they do it. And what's his face? Alan Alda, who I love, is clearly doing
Groucho Marx.
Oh,
yeah,
to a T. Every fucking line.
He's a funny dude.
That's my Groucho Marx, by the way.
Wait, so what other...
He's a funny dude. Yeah, that legend.
Chico and the Man. That's one I've never watched once.
I used to watch that show. That's another one that used to make me feel bad. I hate shows where people are broke. I just hate those shows.
Yeah,
like,
I never could get into Good Times.
Oh, God.
Which I feel bad because there's a lot of people that were like, finally, I can relate to this a little bit, but I couldn't get into it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Like, depressed a little bit.
Everyone ended the same way. Well, at least we still got the ghetto. And that was like the, you know who never made any sense in that one was Willona. Like, why wouldn't she just fucking leave? She's single. She doesn't have anything tying.
Yeah, she was educated. She was hot.
Yeah, the next door neighbor. What the fuck was she doing?
Even John Amos left. He was like, this is making me depressed. I'm out of here.
No, you know what the thing was? That was the original Urkel kind of show where it was like John Amos and the woman there who played, was her Esther Rawls? What was the fucking name?
I think so.
Yeah, I know that's not her name too. I know that's like a singer or something. The two of them were approached. They were both stars, and they were finally going to make a show for black people where it was based on a family and parenting in this tough situation. Oh. They were going to humanize it and not do this step and fetch and shit. And then what happened was Jimmy Walker took off going, dynamite, right? And then it all became about him, and they gave him a huge fucking raise, and they didn't give anybody else a fucking raise. And I heard this from an actor on another hit show during that day. She knew all the fucking... She was like, oh, no, we got along in our show. It wasn't like Good Times, right? So that's what happened with that. That's what happened with the Urkel show. That was supposed to be about the parents, and that fucking show was tanking. So they just were like, let's do a wacky next-door neighbor. And they brought in the kid. And did I do that? And it fucking took over. And then they became background players. You never heard him on Howard Stern?
Urkel?
That Jameel, whatever his name. Oh, my God. He talks about the mother on that show.
What's he say? Well,
he's a classy dude. He doesn't like, he just alludes. He goes, this, I can't get into it, but, the stuff she did to me, I was a kid. I was just a kid. He goes, I got no love for her. I definitely
Dude,
haven't.
that's incredible.
And it's like, there's so much shit hanging on all of that stuff that he's saying. It's just like, I mean, can you imagine that? And he had the wherewithal as like a fucking 12-year-old to fight through this bitter adult fucking with his head.
Dude, I was shocked. I watched a behind-the-scenes thing about Laverne and Shirley, and they were, like, talking about how they went through, like, 10 different teams of writers because they were like, this is unfucking bearable. Like, because the cast, they didn't want to rehearse. They were just fucking assholes. Like, everybody was fighting all the time. Like, it sounded like fucking chaos, dude.
Wow.
I couldn't even. And they they're interviewing the costume ladies and everything. It's like, yeah, you get Penny and Cindy together, like all that shit. Like apparently they were just the two of them were just like.
Oh, they hated each other?
No, it was just apparent. Like they liked each other, but when they got along, it was great. But when they were fighting, it was like World War fucking III, and everybody felt the wrath of it. But it was apparently just like it went right to their heads immediately.
Oh, that they got that shit?
They were just like, we're famous.
Yeah, but dude, you know how fucking huge you were back then? If you got on a TV show as opposed to now, you can actually have a fucking hit TV show and nobody knows who you are. There's so many goddamn channels.
Yeah, and it was on the same lot as Happy Days, and the guy that played Squiggy was saying like how they couldn't even wrap their heads around it. Like they'd go over to the Happy Days set, and everybody's sitting there with Tom Bosley. They're all getting along, and he said they were all like, "What the fuck is with you people over there?" Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, they thought it was weird?
Yeah, no. He's saying the Happy Days people were like, "What the Jesus Christ, guys? Like, I'm just happy I'm not over on that show. You guys are fucking maniacs over there."
Oh, that's great. All right, we got to take another break here. You're listening to the Uninformed Show, the new and improved one on the road here in Columbus, Ohio, in the Comedy Condo, a feature act.
Yes.
Joe DeRosa.
Yes.
I don't know if this is going to be up in time to tell people to come to the show. I guess it isn't. But, part 3 coming up next. All right. Hey, what's going on? Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, the final hour of the comeback episode of the Uninformed Show, taped live in Columbus, Ohio, in the Comedy Condo of Joe DeRosa.
Yes. Yes. This is it. The countdown. The final hour. I don't think we're going to talk about comebacks anymore because we talked about that, I think, enough.
I think we talked about it enough, Joe. You want to talk about how I just completely lost my shit, thinking I lost all my emails again?
Yeah.
And all I did was I didn't scroll up high enough, like the dumb fuck that I am. Dude, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to learn this GarageBand shit. I have all these great ideas in my head, Joe, but when I try to do them on these fucking computers, it doesn't work.
You were really screaming, and it was making me nervous.
No, it wasn't.
It makes me nervous a little bit. I'm getting worse with like yelling and confrontation. I used to have no problem with that. I'm getting really.
Well, so it's basically it's okay if somebody else does it, but when you do it, Joe.
No.
It's okay when you do it, but if somebody else does it, it's fucked up.
No. I'm saying that I'm doing it less myself too. I'm not judging here. You're doing it less as well. You're much less.
Don't fucking patronize me. How do you say it? Patronize. How do you say it? Get up on the mic, Joe. Come on. We want a professional recording here.
That's what I'm trying to do. No, it makes me more nervous now when people yell. I don't know why. I can't answer these questions, but I have reasons.
Makes me feel comfortable. Makes me think of America, Joe, when I hear people yelling. All right, you're trying to yell less. I'm trying to yell less. You want to hear where I'm trying to change in my life? Is I tried to quit porn cold turkey.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
And, I've had 2 relapses this weekend. Let's see what I watched. I watched one of those point of view ones. I like watching the point of view ones because it feels like
they're great. Yeah,
but they feel like the least dirty of all of the porn. You know what happened, Joe? Was basically aside from the fact that I'm going to be 41 in June, and I'm not married. I don't have any fucking kids, and I'm starting to lose hope that that's even going to happen there, Joe. And I'm sitting here in this I'm sitting there in this hotel, and I'm watching this porno, and it's just like I'm just sitting there watching it. Like it's a goddamn sitcom. Yeah. Literally just looking there and laughing like, oh, yeah, that always happens. And I wasn't touching myself or anything. I went on to rub one out, and I just started scrolling around and, like, Just, stuff that used to gross me out doesn't gross me out anymore. Stuff where I'd put my hand up to the screen like, and go on to another one. It just doesn't.
Do you think that's bad, or do you think that's just...
I think it's terrible, Joe.
Some people would argue and just say, well, there's nothing wrong with sex, and you're no longer succumbing to the social, guidelines or whatever of how you're supposed to view this stuff.
No. That's more like, if you're out there and you're having sex with a bunch of different people, but you're being responsible, you're practicing safe sex and that type of thing. Absolutely. But I'll tell you, no, Joe, you shouldn't see that stuff. Most of the stuff you look at, you shouldn't see it. You feel it, man. It takes a piece of your soul away.
Yeah, I've been watching something recently I enjoy it so much, but it's sisters. And they're related. They're twins. They're twin sisters.
Oh, Jesus. Some of
them really kind of get in there close with each other.
And they really are sisters?
They are. Like, I've looked some of them up on Wikipedia and
They're
stuff.
like twins?
Some of them are twins. Some of them are just sisters a couple of years apart. But, like...
Oh, God. That means they both got fucking molested. They have no boundaries. They're just freaks. And then
But you're telling me that wouldn't be... If you had two sisters come up to you after a show and said, we want to take you home right now, you would be freaked out? You wouldn't be like,
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
Ever happened to me.
Joe, you wouldn't be freaked out?
No, so you'd do it though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's never going to happen to me. So I'm watching I watch a few clips of it on the internet. When the hell is that ever going to happen?
No, for me, it just kept getting darker and darker, and it got more, what's the word, sadistic. It got bad, Joe. It just got bad. It's like, he's not slapping around a little bit. This isn't doing anything for me. And I can't fucking do it anymore. I'm dead serious, dude. I am trying to quit this shit, and the motherfucker that told me where this free porn site was. I won't even say it over the air, Joe. I won't even say it over the air. You're the motherfucker who ruined my life. You ruined my life, Joe.
I told you about Too Big.
You gave me a free sample. You put it in a little vial.
And the best part is it's still free, baby.
Dude, you know what sucks about Too Big, Joe? Is they don't have them categorized. It's just whatever you upload is just on that page. Whether it's another dude blowing another dude.
On categories.
I told you I'm not good at this computer shit.
There's a categories link, and you scroll down, and it's like Asian, amateur.
Will you stop helping me with this, Joe? Will you stop helping? I know I've seen that, but in the beginning you want to look at what the new uploaded videos are. And it can be any fucking thing you want.
But if you go to the categories, the newest videos are all categorized right on that homepage. So then you can go, well, I don't want to look at gay videos, so I'm not going to look at the gay videos.
Dude, and then there's scat.
I've never seen scat on
Oh, my God. Jesus. And the still picture of it. So you're scrolling. It's fucking gross. But this is the thing, Joe. It used to be gross. Now I just go, it's a scat film. I don't watch it, but it's just like, dude, seeing a turd beginning to come out of somebody's ass, believe it or not, Joe, used to be fucking disturbing to me.
Well, but here's the thing, dude. I've played pranks on people where I've taken my own shit and done something that I thought was really funny.
That is just gross. I hate that frat boy fucking humor.
So it's like if I see a girl, a still picture of a girl shitting on it, I'm like, that's, I don't know, it's not that weird. I'm not jerking off to it. I'm not watching it. I wouldn't watch it. I'm still disturbed by Two Girls, One Cup. I'm still disturbed by One Man, One Cup, or whatever that thing was we saw in O&A.
No, I never watched that.
I'm disturbed by it.
Oh yeah, remember that day? I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, that stuff disturbs me. I don't
know. But you know something, dude? I really believe this. I don't know if we have anybody remotely intelligent listening to this who could really help us out here. But I really think that psychologically, that affects you. That really fucking, you shouldn't have that shit in your head. You know, I think a lot of people are, dude. It's like, in a weird way, we sort of have almost been working in Vice Squad for a couple of years.
Well, I hear you there, but it's like, you could say the same thing. That's a great parallel. And you could say the same thing about, you're not supposed to see dead bodies. Well, there's guys out there whose job it is to look at dead bodies.
No, absolutely.
So what do you do?
Well, this
that's what I mean. How do you decipher if it's so bad? Is it bad for you? It's somebody's job. It's like, you know what I mean? Is it really?
Yeah, no. I'm saying as far as like desensitizing you and like, dude, it's, you know what it is, dude. It's all like crossing lines. The thing about it is when you cross a fucking line, it's once you've crossed that fucking line, it's so hard not to cross it again. Like the comparison I always use, like heroin is one of the most addictive substances on the planet, right? And it's not hard for me not to do it.
Right.
Because I never did it.
Right.
But once you fucking do it and you feel the feeling, man, or whatever the fuck it is, and you feel like you're being held in your mother's arms or whatever the fuck that feeling is, you fall into the rug like in Train Spotting, dude. Like, you're fucked.
Dude. I don't know, man. I've never done heroin. I've definitely taken ecstasy that had heroin in it. And I've done my share of drugs, and I've never gotten to a point where I'm like, oh, my God, I have to do it every day.
Well, look, so you don't have that problem, but I'm just talking about crossing lines. Dude, there's certain shit you just shouldn't see. You shouldn't see that fucking jar of mayonnaise break off in some dude's ass.
I know.
Is that what you watched?
Yeah.
I'm just judging from the sound of what I heard. Why would you do that to yourself?
But I know, like, I'm not.
Do what I'm doing. That's what I'm being that fucking guy right now. This is what I'm doing. Everybody should be doing it.
I'm not arguing that point necessarily. Patton Oswalt used to have that really funny joke years ago about, like, whatever your deepest, darkest fantasy is that you don't even want to tell people because you're afraid they'll judge you. He's like, that's somebody's job. There's a whole magazine dedicated to it somewhere. And to them, it's the most mundane, annoying thing in the world. And, like, how funny that is. So it was a funny bit. But I guess I kind of agree with that perspective of, like I was saying earlier, like Vice Squad shit. It's like, you're not supposed to see dead bodies. Well, I guess you're not supposed to, but there's some guy out there who's got a respectable job, and he sees him, and he's fine. He's not a psycho.
No, those guys are psychos. Those guys are not fine after a while. They're not fine. Dude, anybody becomes a cop, and if you're in a cop where there's a high crime rate, like, that affects you after a while, dude, as you're going after muggers and rapists, and you're walking in on this domestic violence shit, dude. You can't do that shit, is what I'm saying. So we're all sort of like these weekend warrior fucking Vice Squad people. Like, there's a lot of people out there who have, like, elements of they've been on a Vice Squad. Dude, you know what I mean? You have these fucking nerds walking down the street, dude. You can tell those addicted to porn guys. You just see it. They're huge love handles. They're fucking what is that? What is that? That fucking movie that was 9 hours long about a sphere that won all those awards.
What?
That fucking movie that everybody loved. They kept waiting for another one to come. It wasn't Harry Potter. It was the other one. All you fucking nerds were watching it. Lost.
What the fuck movie are you talking about?
Lost and Away. I can never remember the names of them. It was a huge fucking movie, and that fat bearded fuck came waddling up to the stage, and he won a bunch of Oscars one year.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
It was about a sphere?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, there was something shiny they all fucking wanted. It's always something shiny.
Ring.
Oh, a ring. All right, a ring.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was gymnastics. Yeah, all those sci-fi things. There's always something glowing.
Well, look, I don't know, man. I go back and forth because sometimes I think, well, it's not good to look at all this stuff. And then sometimes I think there's nothing unhealthy about sex. And some people want to have a vast sexual experience, and they do. And it's, No,
there's a lot of unhealthy shit about sex.
I think there can be.
There is, Joe.
I think there absolutely can be. But that's also a whole nother level of the argument where you start to go, well, is it unhealthy because of the religious perspectives on it?
No, none of that shit, Joe. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like I can step on an ant, but I don't want to see somebody saw a dog's head off. You know what I mean? It's both two dead animals. You know what I mean? There's like different fucking levels to it. I'm just saying, you go a little bit too far, and next thing you know, you're sawing some dog's head off because that's the only way you can feel something, man.
Well, all I know is I like to see two sisters, one straddle on a dude.
Yeah, you know what I watched?
For the other sister to pull the dude's dick out of her sister's vag and blow it. That is one of the most wonderful things I've ever seen in my life. And God, forgive me. God, if you exist and you're up there, I'm sorry. It's not my fault, though. I like it. Everybody would like to see that. It's hot. It's the hottest thing I've ever seen.
No, I'm not. It's hot. No, but I'm just, whatever. Joe, I'm not anti-fucking porn, but Jesus Christ, I go on the fucking road, right? I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm not trying to fuck around with my girl, you know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking, but it's like...
Dude, Dude,
You know what I hate? Why can't I just be happy with level 1 porn? Why do I got to go to 2? Why do I got to go to 3? Why do I go to 4?
I've been doing that joke all weekend about or I go, it's depressing on the road because you're alone. It's depressing on the road because you're alone, and I've seen all the porn. Like I've seen all, like I know, dude. I get it. Like it's depressing. It can be depressing. Look, I think it like this, dude. I don't think there's anything wrong with being able to see different sexual acts and not going, ugh. And just going, yeah, I recognize what that is. Yeah, I get it. But also, too, I don't think you should paint yourself into a fucking dark room and sit with a computer.
I'm just tapping out for a while. That's all, Joe. Kind of like you're eating well right now.
That's fine.
You're usually fucking sucking on a fucking lamb's ankle every time I see you. And right now, all of a sudden, you're eating salads. Like we had a wonderful lunch.
We did.
A couple of, what is it? Tomato salad. And mozzarella baguettes with a salad.
Yeah.
We've become that. We've gotten to that level, Joe. We're at that age now where we're concerned about our fucking colons.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get it. You're concerned about your colon. You don't want to see a girl shit on another girl's face. You're cleaning out your system for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could reclaim innocence. That's what I want to do.
Course,
you know what I mean? Like when you were in high school and there was like a teacher you had and she wasn't even that hot, but she was wearing a dress. You were just looking knee down. She just had a teacher high heels on. Nothing hoary about it. And your dick would get hard.
Dude,
just that.
The rock solid boners that I got all through the 2nd and 3rd grade looking at my teacher's fucking legs.
Absolutely. Harder than the fucking blackboard itself, Joe.
Harder than the arithmetic they were teaching.
Let me tell you, that dick was hard.
Yeah, it was. Oh, dude, just.
I would tell you, I think I told this story before. One time, I had this, and you know this girl was hot because I got to bring my voice down for this one show. This is fucking evil here. I had this teacher, man, when I was in fucking junior high. I used to teach language. Okay, this fucking girl. Oh my God, and she used to come to school, right? Like the little fucking goddamn cock tease that she was. She would wear these she was short, and she would wear these, I mean, dude, these weren't high heels. These were fuck me pumps before I even knew what the fuck they were. You know those ones where the girls, they're literally standing on their fucking toes.
Yeah.
And they were black, and they were shiny, Joe. And let me tell you, as hard as you tried not, it was fucking ridiculous. And she had these great fucking legs, and she used to wear these dresses, right? Anytime she had a dress, they always had a slit going up the fucking thigh.
Fucking cunt.
Dude, it was insane. So one day she comes in, and she's wearing this same fuck me shoes, pumps or whatever, and she's got a slit going up both sides.
Jesus.
Both sides. So now what was happening was she would write the French or whatever on the fucking wall, and then she would stand back like this where her legs were a little bit apart. So that slit on the right side would open up to the point where you saw her inner thigh of her left leg. I'm talking halfway up her fucking thigh, dude. I'm in 7th, 8th grade, raging fucking hormones. Dude, I'm amazed my fucking zipper didn't fly off my fucking pants. And she's going on, and all of a sudden she asked me a fucking question. I haven't been fucking paying attention.
Yeah.
And she goes, Mr. Burr. And I try to fucking answer, and I'm stammering. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I don't know what the fuck happened to this chick. If her goddamn husband treated her like shit that day, but I took the wrath. She started flipping out on me. You weren't paying attention. And I was going, yes, I was.
Wasn't. It's because of your fucking hoary dress. That's what you should have said to her.
I was in 8th grade. I didn't have the poise.
I'll tell you why I don't know what you're talking about. Because of the dress and the high heels you're wearing. You're a teacher, for God's sakes, and you're dressing like you're working the street corner. That's why nobody's paying attention. If you would have known how to say something like that in 7th grade, you would have been the king. Did you ever have that, dude?
That would have been it, yeah. I would have got laid. I would probably got laid in fucking high school over that one goddamn comment as opposed to being the loser that I was.
Just one of those things.
Joe, you need to blow your nose.
Why?
Because you got a bat in the cave, brother. All right? And one of the... Oh, Jesus, Joe.
I didn't pick it. I just went like that.
Well, why don't you fucking go to the bathroom? I'll hold the fort. Put your fucking blue screen mic into the fucking thing. I've noticed it, dude, for the last 5 minutes. That's why I've been standing up, because I wanted to be a pro. I want to be a pro and continue on. I can't do it anymore. Put your mic in the mic stand. See, guys, this is what you're going to get with Uninformed 2.0. You're going to get these real moments. Come on, Joe. I don't want to see you do it here. Joe is now, he's taking the paper towel off. That's not big enough to handle what you got going on there, Joe. You need a sham wow. You don't need a corner of a fucking paper towel.
You about the sham wow guy?
The sham wow. Joe just asked me from way off mic if I had heard about the sham wow guy. Yes, I did. I don't buy the story. Who kisses a prostitute?
You think he just beat on her?
No. I think she fucking knew who he was and was trying to make some money off the guy. That's what I think was. For doing what? She fucking bit his tongue and wouldn't let go of it.
I don't know. It just sucks, that's all.
Huh?
It just sucks, as I said.
Joe just said it sucked. Joe, you're talking to me like you're still on mic. There you go.
I know. Well, what did you want me to do? Just not speak when I walked over there?
I was holding the fort, Joe. I could have pretended like you were talking to me.
Let's talk about that for a minute, though. Missed opportunities. How many times in your life, and it's been tons, dude,
Oh, Jesus.
have you just wished you would have said, go fuck yourself, and you didn't?
No, forget about that. Like all the girls you could have fucking banged back in the day if you just had the fucking wherewithal just to say hello. Just to get in the game, Joe.
God damn it. Dude, I had...
You don't feel like you made up for it, though, Joe? All these years on the road, all these dirty fucking whores out here. That's the thing, though. But there's always those girls from back in the day you still wanted to bang, and it just doesn't like... Dude, I swear to God, man, that's why I never went to a high school reunion. I don't give a fuck if you're married and you got 12 kids. If I wanted to bang you in 9th grade, I'm going to try to do it. I know myself. That's why I stay away. I stay away, dude.
I'm waiting. My 15-year one is coming up.
Well, you better hurry, Joe. You better fucking hurry. Because when the 20-year one, forget it, dude. Everybody's fucking married. It's over.
It's already spread all around. Joe's a comedian. We saw you on this. We saw you on
He's
that.
on the Uninformed Show. He's a big shot. He's a fucking big shot.
10-year reunion was everybody was married for a couple of years. They're having their first kids. 15, those divorces are going to start dropping. And hopefully by 15...
Oh, and you also got the desperate chicks who are looking for a fucking husband. And you're out there in show business, Joe. You're a star.
By 15 years in, I might really, that's when is it? 15 years. I graduated in 95. 2010,
2010. Dude. It's coming up.
It's creeping up. I got to do something really good in the next year, though.
I'm finished, dude. Like, I haven't gone to any of mine, and my next one is 25, and I don't want to go to that fucking shit.
They're fun, dude. I like.
Dude, I don't want to. I want to go. I want to remember everybody when everybody was young. They were happy. There was no child support. There was no. Oh my God, I had to have my gallbladder removed. I don't remember that.
That's ridiculous too. As much as I looked back at high school and thought I hated it and fuck everything and da-da-da, I went back to my 10-year. I was like, I really had no enemies at all. Everybody I saw, I was like,
oh, you had
I like
one.
This
you
guy.
had one enemy, Joe.
And
that guy was you. The enemy of you.
There's not that guy, though, that I could go back and go, you treated me like shit for 4 years. Like that.
Wait a second. What's going on here? Hang on a second. This is the brand new technology of Skype. Hang on a second. This is my girlfriend calling. Nia. Hello? Nia, I'm doing the radio show. We got another 20 minutes. Let me call you right back, okay?
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Do you Skype, Joe? Oh, I got you doing that the other day.
Yeah, we were doing it.
It's fucking great. You don't have to pay for any minutes. It's a little weird looking at your face.
Bill, I have unlimited minutes.
Huh?
I don't know this paying for minutes concept. I have the unlimited package because I'm a traveling comedian that needs his phone minutes.
Right.
I could talk as much as I want. Is Nia still on there?
Yeah. She's waving. She's laughing. Hi. We got our first guest here, Joe. I don't know if we can hear this shit.
Put the mic up to her.
Put the mic. Okay. How do you like my back in the day mic there, Nia?
I like it a lot. I feel like I'm on an old 70s talk show right now.
That's exactly what we were going for. Now, the only thing is I'm just kind of worried that the levels aren't going to improve it. Look how cute she looks, huh? Isn't she gorgeous? Look at the poor woman who has to put up with my shit every goddamn day.
She looks very pretty.
Yeah, sunny California. Isn't that great?
I haven't...
Joe, where's Joe?
I'm right here.
She wants to see Joe.
Hi.
There you go. This is the feel-good part of Uninformed.
I haven't seen you in a while, Nia.
I know. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, surprisingly.
You look good.
Yeah, how are you?
You.
Huh?
I said you look good.
Thank you. I've been on a diet, Nia.
Oh, you are?
Can you believe that?
All right, guys, what are we doing here? We're trying to do a really? And where'd you get your shirt? Well, I was at the fucking.
You look good too. You look good too.
So, Nia, were you sad when B. Arthur died? B. Arthur just died.
I know. I didn't even know until Nia called you earlier and said that, and I was very sad.
Were you really, Joe?
Yes, I'm a big fan.
It was awful. It was she's awesome, and you like Golden Girls, right, Joe? I remember that.
I love the Golden Girls.
She was windsurfing, right? Hit her head on a rock.
Bill, don't make light of it.
What?
Don't make light of it.
I love B. Arthur. I love B. Arthur, and I used to hate when she got trashed on the roasts, and everyone suggested that she had a dick.
And in the topic, see, don't do that. Don't lean on that cord. You're going to knock that line out again.
We've had some problems here.
In the spirit of comebacks, she made a killer comeback, dude. Maude was the 70s. She took a break. Nobody knew where B. Arthur was, and boom, dude, came back swinging with the Golden Girls.
Yes, she did.
Huge comeback.
Yes, she did.
Huge.
Her and that Betty White.
I love Betty White.
She's a fucking whore, Joe. We're trying to recreate all this shit that I just said. I said that earlier before we had the problems.
B.
Arthur she'd play with the Bulls.
For those of you that are confused by the awkwardness of this conversation right now, we're redoing a conversation we had earlier because Billy leaned on the cord and knocked the mixer plug out, and we lost power and had silence. We missed a lot of stuff, so we're retreading some territory.
Why don't we just have confidence that we can come up with some new shit? Huh? Why don't we get into what we were actually missing, what we were talking about, how we were talking about stars back in the day that even though that they're older now, you'd still want to bang them. And I asked my girlfriend, Nia here, who today, from back in the day, you'd still bang, and you said who?
I said Tom Selleck.
Why did you want to bang Tom Selleck? Huh? Because you watched Friends, and he was a great fucking guest star.
No, because I was every week without fail. I watched Magnum P.I. I thought he was so sexy with his chest hair and his mustache. And the opening scene in the credits when he's showing the girl how to snorkel, and he's got, like, you know, her little ass and her bikini's hanging out, and he's looking like, how'd I get myself into this? And I used to pretend that it was me. I thought it was very sexy. And I liked his black sidekick there. So I kind of wanted both of them.
She just said she kind of wanted both of them. She wanted a little surf and turf there. Hang on a second. You got to wait till the big fucking orange microphone comes near. These levels are really fucking low, though. That's the only thing I'm worried about. So try to speak up with your wanton desire of has-been TV stars.
The other interracial action duo that I wanted to get in the middle of would have to be Crockett and Tubbs. So Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas.
I'll give you.
Jesus Christ.
I'll give you Don Johnson. Phil Michael Thomas, he had a weird look to me.
You know what she likes? She really likes those the duos fighting crime, who are in shape. That's the kind of thing. And
Phil Michael Thomas had a Jerry curl.
That was the style. That was the style in the 80s, though. So you can't fault him for having a Jerry curl when you put it in those times, because everyone had a Jerry curl.
Did you have a Jerry curl?
Yes, I did. For a time, I had a Jerry curl.
Oh, my God. I have to see that picture.
I can't believe you've never seen
when
it.
you come home. Yeah, I'll show you.
Well, how I am? Yeah, you've never shown me before. This must be really embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Any black person who had a Jerry curl at some point in their life, yeah, that's embarrassing.
Just let your soul glow.
All right, listen, Nia, you're actually our first caller called in on Skype. We got to open a Skype account on Uninformed. We can look at our fucking horrific listeners.
I want to get into this subject. Nia can chime in with this because you were surprised.
I'm just worried about the levels. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Well,
here.
you were surprised that she wanted to have sex with Tom Selleck. Nia, I came up with a topic for the show called What Would You Bang? And it's just what or who, how old would you go? What's the oldest? I don't mean for a story either. I don't mean like I did it as a goof. I mean legitimately. Like, what's the oldest person you would have sex with?
The age you mean? Like, what's my cap age? 50.
50?
Yeah.
Not even Harrison Ford right now, the way he looks at 70?
No. I think Harrison Ford as a hottie is like a total myth as well, but that's a whole other subject.
How dare you? Don't you ever say anything bad about that man on this show.
All right, there you go. My girl, evidently, she'll bang a 50-year-old. I respect that.
What's the oldest you would go, Bill?
Oldest I would go is 28. 28 years old. I'd probably like. No, you know what? Up until recently, I still would have banged Marsha Brady. Up until she was on that Celebrity Fit Club. And
Yeah, she kind of fell off at the end there, didn't she?
Yeah, she just looked like a mom.
Yeah.
There was nothing nasty about her anymore.
Yeah.
As opposed to the way she used to look on those little fucking mini skirts just walking around, Joe.
Yeah. You like that Greg Brady?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Can you believe, he's got a little Joe DeRosa in him where he fucking blew off Marsha and he went right for Mrs. Brady. He liked the MILF.
Yeah, I like
Barry
a MILF.
Williams was...
I'd like a MILF. I'd creep into the 60s easily. Easily. If it looked good.
She said, what's the oldest Joe can go?
I would creep into the 60s.
You would not. No way.
Absolutely.
60, Joe? 60?
He did. I saw him with the 58-year-old. And you know what? I wanted to say something, but he just looked so happy. I didn't want to ruin it.
So, like, Gwyneth Paltrow's mom, like Blythe Danner or Helen Mirren or...
I would totally have sex with Helen Mirren in a second, but not Blythe Danner. I don't find Blythe Danner attractive.
I know who Joe would go for. That chick who played Vera on Mel's Diner. He'd love...
Ugh.
Oh, you'd love her.
Vera, the one that used to chew the gum? Kiss my grits.
Nah, that's Flo.
Oh.
Nah, that's Flo. That's the old fucking...
Dude, Valerie Bertinelli's like 50. She looks great.
Valerie Bertinelli is the most airbrushed person I've ever seen in my life, okay? She lost all that fucking weight. But just because you lose weight, your skin doesn't regain elasticity. You don't lose spider veins.
No, but remember, Bill, when we saw her at the Van Halen concert? She looked amazing.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I had the biggest crush on her ever. Stop it, or I will fucking hang up on you in a computer way. Take my rudeness to a whole nother level. She didn't. She looked like a mom. And now all of a sudden she loses all this weight. Dude, they've tanned her up. They put makeup all over her body. I'm telling you.
Maybe she got tucks and stuff done, dude.
Well, then stop acting. It's like because she ate those meals. It's not that because she ate those meals. She ate those meals and her fucking alimony is from a fucking rock star who sells out arenas. And fucking airbrushing.
That's what it's about. No, see, this goes back to Bill's whole argument about marriage and divorce, and she divorced your boy Eddie, and I'm sure got some sort of payment out of it. So that's what's really what it is about. It's like you're on Eddie's side, and now you're like mad at her because she's got a resurgence in her career. But really, you're mad about the fact that she probably got alimony from your fucking hero Eddie Van Halen.
That isn't true. I could give a shit. Okay? I don't care. I mean, I feel bad for any guy who's got to give out fucking alimony or whatever. I mean, but I don't. I mean, I'd try to bang Valerie Bertinelli. I would try to bang her. So if I really had any sort of loyalty to Eddie, I wouldn't fucking. I think I would just introducing this like I actually have the shot. I'm just saying, no, she's fucking. She's airbrushed and made up. Listen, dude, we're actually winding down here. I'm really concerned that she's going to be way too quiet, and this is just going to be really difficult to hear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All right, Nia, thanks for visually calling into the show. Look at you actually look upset. Look at you.
Yeah, you're blowing me off. What happened?
You bugged me. You just bugged me on that, and I've had enough of you. All right? And you know what? I'm going to come home, and I'm going to teach you a lesson when I get back in a few days. All right?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, see that? She's a champ. All right, cutie. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Nia.
Bye, Joe.
Bye.
There we go. Jesus Christ. There you go. Skype.
I think 60 would be my cap. I don't know if I can go above 60.
Ah, yeah, dude. 60s. That's fucking unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about somebody who was born before income tax.
60. What else would you bang, though? I was thinking about this the other day. Like, would you bang like a? I don't mean for the story. Like, would you bang a midget? But would you bang?
No. For this, no. It's all for the story. Past a certain age, it's all for the fucking story.
Like, would you bang a girl with one arm?
Dude, I'm a mess, by the way.
Would you
okay,
bang a girl
so
with
I know
one arm
I don't
if you really like. Could you get over the one arm thing if you really liked her?
No, I wouldn't cross that line.
With half an arm. One arm was half. Would you be able to get past that?
Nope. Very shallow person. If I already loved her and then something happened to her, yeah, I could get past it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I just saw her in a bar and there was a bunch of other people with both their arms.
No eye.
Well, does she have a fake eye in there?
Glass eye, though, but you can kind of tell it's a glass eye when you hit her from the right angle.
Does she play it off good like Sammy Davis Jr.?
She wears gold rings.
Yeah.
Gold medallion. Yeah. No, like a glass eye, but you can tell. Not all the time, but sometimes you can tell she's got a glass eye. Like I caught it just then.
Oh, yeah, glass eye, you know. I don't know, that might freak me out. It might freak me out. That freaks me out.
Eye patch?
What, a Kill Bill? No.
Nah, Daryl Hannah was pretty hot in that movie with that eye patch.
Nah, she wasn't.
Wheelchair?
No.
No way?
No, I feel like I'm taking advantage of somebody. The only reason they're fucking me is because they can't get up and run away.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's terrible, Bill.
It isn't terrible. You're taking advantage of the handicapped, people missing limbs. Taking advantage of these people, Joe.
You know, they need a little cack.
No, they don't.
As well.
They don't. They need health insurance. That's what the fuck they need. That would be my main concern.
A little cack.
Other than going down to the bar.
What's the worst way you ever dumped a girl? Like the
Oh, Jesus, Joe. I've really ruined a couple of people. 2 people, I just, you know. I'll say that one of the worst things I did was I hung up on a girl during phone sex. She just wasn't good at it, and it was one of those selfish moments where I was drunk and I gave in to doing exactly what the fuck I wanted to do, which was I just wanted to hang up on her. And then she called me right back, and I was so drunk I couldn't fucking have the brains to be like, well, just don't answer it. Maybe she'll think it's a drop call. So I answered it. And then she goes, did you just hang up on me? And once again, I was so drunk, I couldn't come up with a lie. And I said, yeah.
Lie? Why don't you say no?
Because I'm an asshole, Joe. That's why that fucking that thing that you brought up, the sons pay for the sins of their father.
Dude.
Joe, I'm really not a good person.
You're a great guy. You're one of my favorites.
Oh, fuck you.
You're one of my favorites.
Fuck you with that bullshit. Oh, he's a great guy. Stop giving me that fucking generic horse shit like I just died. And you're just going to give me, he was a great guy. I'm not, Joe. I'm a fucking piece of shit, and I'm trying to clean myself up. I am, Joe. I'm trying to stop watching porn. I'm trying to fucking, I don't know what. Get a goddamn
Comedy
dog.
show.
I want to get a dog.
I actually didn't hang up on a girl during phone sex once, but I actually fell asleep. I was so drunk that
That's not bad, though.
Fell asleep and woke up, and she was still talking. I was like, I gotta go. Yeah, she fell asleep.
Wow.
She took it like a champ, though, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't as rude. Imagine if you just were like, oh my God, this girl's horrible.
Well, what did you say? What was your read when you said
she just was bad at it. She wasn't good. I've had a couple like girls, you know, phone sex moments that weren't good, and I fought through it. I had one girl. You know what's the worst is when the other person won't talk at all, so you got to do everything. And this girl, this is what she was doing. I was describing what I was going to do to her, and she just kept going the exact same moan every time. She just kept going, and I was literally, dude, that's when you just, your dick is, it's like a fucking balloon with a slow leak, and it just fucking goes over. I literally, dude, I had a couple girls who were so bad at phone sex, I faked an orgasm on the phone just to get you're going to make me come. Jesus.
Dude, I had a girl.
All right, listen, I got to go.
These are 2 things I hate. I had a girl one time. I would say, I'm going to come. And I would go, oh, I'm gonna come. Is that okay? And she would go, mm-hmm.
What was she doing to you?
She was going, mm-hmm. Nothing. She was like laying next to me, or like on top of me, or whatever.
You want to order some food? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna come. Uh-huh.
She would go, mm-hmm. Ugh. Oh, it bugs me just thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
And then there was another girl where I hate this with phone sex. I hate this worse than somebody that won't talk. I hate when they start talking to you like it's some kind of Harlequin romance novel. And you're going, yeah, if you were here, what would you do to me? All I want you to say is, I'd suck your cock.
Right.
Until you blow your nut. And some girl going, first, I would lay you down in the bed, and I'd slowly start.
It's like, oh, shut. Yeah, it's gross. One time I was talking all filthy to this girl, right? How perverted are we coming off right now? This is what comics do, you know?
They were guys.
Wait, you got a broad in every city. Every once in a while, you call them up, see what they're up to, see if you can get them naked.
That's showbiz, kid.
That's showbiz.
Love it or leave it.
Yeah, you can't play with the big boys. You don't have unlimited minutes. You might as well not even try. More time so I talk to this girl, whatever, right? I get her to where the fuck she needs to be. So I'm like, all right, it's my turn. I go, all right, what will you do to me? She goes, okay. She goes, I take your dick? And I go, yeah. And she goes, and I'd suck the shit out of it. I was like, what? And she said it like really with an attitude too, trying to be like fucking sexy. It's just like, geez. See, dude, this is what cracks me up about like how so many female comics, at least that's kind of hacky now, but so many of them go on stage and they talk about how awful guys are in bed. Admittedly, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but like they act like all of them just because they're women
gross.
And they're sensual that they just have this automatic that they're just automatically good at it. And so many of them, dude.
I had a girl once.
They don't know how to kiss. They just ugh.
I was having phone sex once with a Mexican girl.
And
she's going, yeah. Yeah. You like that? You like that? You like my tits? And I was like, yeah. She goes, you like my ass? And I was like, yeah. She goes, you like my brown ass? I was like, yeah, it's great.
It's nice and brown.
Brown is a word that should never come into sex anywhere. That is not
and ass.
Brown. Yeah.
How about tan?
Exactly.
How about, do you like the more pigment that I have in my ass? That's just, that's horrible. That's just so many, Joe.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some psychos that I've met on the road? I met this girl, right? One of these recovered whores. You meet her after she's fucking, had an 18-on-1, and now she's found God. But she doesn't bring up Jesus until 2 hours in, right?
Yeah.
So for some fucking dumb reason, I'm young. I'm still thinking that I have a chance. So what she ends up doing is I end up going back to her place, and she keeps telling me that she's not going to do anything with me because she doesn't do it anymore, and her pastor has talked to her about it. So obviously I'm like, all right, so you're banging your fucking priest, okay. So she ends up telling me about all these sexy outfits that she's bought.
Yeah.
She goes, you want to see them? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm sitting there in her fucking living room, and she comes out in these fuck me pumps and this little schoolgirl outfit, and I'm like, holy shit. And I always go to touch her, and she wouldn't let me.
I fucking hate
all right,
girls
she wouldn't
do
let me.
shit
So
like
then
that.
I'm sitting there, and she goes, yeah, well, my grandmother used to spank me. She used to make me bend all the way over like this, right? And I'd be like, and then I'd stand up to get behind her, and no, I don't do that. And then she went in, and she fucking put on another outfit. It became like this fucked up fashion show. And I'm just sitting there. I was kind of drunk, dude. I had to sober up, you know what I mean? So I was just fucking letting her go through all this bullshit. And then not only that, dude, I was kind of getting creeped out by it. She had like that I was fucking touched as a kid. Dude, that's what I'm telling you. I stay out of titty bars, or I try to. But I'm telling you, that's what all those girls are.
I used to love titty bars. I really lost my steam with them. I don't like them at all
It's
anymore.
horrible, dude. They're all chicks who are fucking broke. Their dad didn't stick around, or they got molested, or all fucking three. And you're going down there, and you're making them just do fucking horrific shit that they're going to regret later. You're becoming a part of it. It's horrible.
I was at one recently, and this girl's on stage. She's really hot, and me and my buddy are taking bets. My two buddies taking bets on how old she is. I go, dude. My buddy goes 27. I go, you're out of your fucking mind, dude. She's 24 tops. Tops. My other buddy goes, I'm going to say 22. I'm like, all right. She comes around, and I go, sweetheart, I mean this with all due respect, if you don't mind. We're having a conversation. How old are you? She goes, I'm young. I'm like, how old? She goes, 19. And I go, Jesus Christ. I literally put my head in my hands. And she walks off, and I just go, I feel bad for her right now. Like, I feel bad for her. Like, that's it. That's her life. That's her life, dude. You don't bounce back from 19. You can bounce back if you do it when you're like, you're in your 20s and you're like, hey, I'm in college. Let me try this. I dated girls that tried it at one point or another and got out of it. But 19, you're just too fucking impressionable, man.
We should have some people send in some emails. Are there any former dancers to be respectable as opposed to saying strippers like I always do for any former dancers that got out of it. Any of them actually get out, like in that movie Sexy Beast where you had a couple of gangsters and they got out of the life, of course, until they get dragged back in. But you know what I mean? They had that last score. They bought the fucking house. Like, I want to hear a success story. The hacky thing is the stripper who hangs around too long and doesn't have any fucking money. Then you're the old stripper at the club. Like, there has to be some of them.
Some of them get out.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, some of those fucking ice cold ones that go out and they buy the condo and they started their own business and then they got that fucking fuck everybody. And you got to hate men by the time you get out of there.
Dude, some of those chicks get out. Some chicks get out of porn, too. Did you ever see those Asia Carrera interviews? I mean, Asia Carrera was in everything, and she did it all.
Right.
And, dude, I saw recent interviews with her. She's like, I don't make porn anymore. I have 2 degrees. She's fucking brilliant. She's like, I made my money. She's a smart fucking kid, man.
How old is she?
She's in her 30s now.
She married?
I don't remember. I think she might be. But she's fucking smart, man. She was like, they want tits and ass. I'll give it to them. I'm gonna pimp this thing, and then I'm out. Some strippers do that shit. I meet strippers. I've met a ton of strippers where you go, you private dance? They go, I don't do that. They go up, they spin around the pole, they get fucking ones thrown at them all night long, and then they leave.
Yeah,
it's not bad. I don't feel
that's
bad.
Not
for
bad.
Those girls.
That's not a bad thing. Well, dude, you know what's funny is our business is the same thing, as far as like getting out. At some point, you got to get the fuck out. Dude, I'm fucking 41 years old coming up in June. How many more years I got? Before it's just sad, Joe, and I'm wearing that sweater to hide my gut.
You have a lot of years, man. There's plenty of great 50 and 55-year-old comics out there.
Oh, yeah? Name 4.
I don't want to out anybody's age because I don't know. Like some guys keep that shit secret, but there's plenty of guys 50 years old that are out there doing it, and it's fucking great.
George Carlin just passed. Don Rickles.
Rickles is, like 84 or something.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. Bill Cosby's hilarious.
How great were those old? We watched all these old showbiz clips last night on YouTube. Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying me and you. I'm telling the listeners.
Oh, I was imitating that girl when you come.
Dude, how great we're watching those clips of old showbiz. Bill, I'm asking you.
Well, we both just took a peek at the clock, Joe. Just really made it awkward because we really got to time everything out because we don't have Danny Boy anymore. How great! Yeah, those clips were awesome.
Just old school
showbiz when just the guy, it was okay if you were a man to act like a man. They didn't have their fucking eyebrows manicured. That's what I loved about that is celebrities just got old. Johnny Carson's hair was white. Sinatra, he had a toupee, right? A gray toupee. Yeah. Fucking Don Rickles.
Yeah, they're old.
Yeah, they look old. They have guts. They were wearing old man slacks.
They're old guys.
That's a period I really wish I fucking lived through was when you could wear slacks. You're halfway in the bed, dude, when you got on slacks. And they just rub it against your balls. You know what I mean? You're just feeling like I'm fucking something.
I have a couple pairs of slacks. They're hard to wear, though.
What do you mean, dude? You get the boots that zip up on the side? Nice wide collar?
They're tough to wear because it's like you got to go. Nowadays, it's like you have to go all the way or not at all. Like you have to wear the jacket and you have to wear the suit. You have to wear like the halfway dressed up thing where you're wearing like jeans.
Dude, why don't you get a pair of plaid slacks and a short sleeve dress shirt with the pocket in front? Nice white belt with matching shoes. The whole Herb Tarlick thing, man. It'd be great.
Who?
Herb Tarlick.
Who's Herb Tarlick?
Herb Tarlick was that character on WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, dude, because what do you mean? I would, I like that stuff. I like those old suit fucking open collar. The problem is, though, you start wearing a suit on stage and then I've heard this, and I've talked about this with comics, you become the suit guy.
What do you mean?
Certain guys wear suits, and they do it so many times that, like, you're the suit guy. You're like, oh, that's the guy that wears suits all the time, right? It almost becomes like a hook, Like, I know guys that said I stopped wearing suits on stage because I was becoming, like, the suit guy, and it was weird.
Is that like a white guy thing? Because I don't look at D.L. Hughley like the suit guy. He wears suits.
Yeah, but he's a celebrity already.
No, but he wore a suit as the king of comedy.
Yeah, I would have wore a suit on that, too. I wore a suit on my special, but I don't wear suits every weekend in the club.
Yeah, but if you wear a suit on TV, that's where more people are going to see you. You're a suit guy, Joe. Old Zoot Suit Joe.
I'll always get a little dress for television. That's my, like, I mean, if I'm performing.
Yeah, you do like Carson Daly and stuff like that, Joe? You decide you're going to dress up?
I didn't dress up for Carson Daly, but, if I do Letterman, I'll dress up for
I used to wear a flak jacket when I went on that show.
The fuck is a flak jacket?
It's a bulletproof vest. It's a comment on how bad I bombed when I used to do that show.
I only did it twice, and then was never invited back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I did all right, though, both times. I don't know why they never had me back on.
Because they moved to L.A. and they weren't willing to fly you in?
No, I did it in L.A.
You know what, Joe? We need a wrap-up topic here.
Well, Bill, we're at 53 minutes, and I think now it's time that we start to say our closing.
I think it's time to start to bid fair adieu. The new and improved. Yeah. Uninformed.
Yeah.
I think that was pretty much overall. That was pretty improved. A couple of step backwards.
We fizzled a bit at the end here.
Yeah, we kind of.
It's tough. We're sitting in this condo. It's hot as shit. And you guys are hearing this as a 3-hour show, but we've been in here a lot longer than 3 hours doing this. So it's we're just.
Look at you, Joe. You're rubbing your forehead. No
I'm
fucking
starving,
thing is over.
Dude. I'm so hungry.
I'm hungry too. I said we could have fucking. This is the great thing about this show, Joe. Is we could have hit pause. We could have ordered a pizza. We could have come back swinging.
And we have a show in. We have 90 minutes.
No, we don't, do we?
Yeah, it's 6:03.
I fucking hate this business.
We got to be there in 90 minutes.
Remember that shit? You remember that shit when we were sitting there eating breakfast and we saw those motherfuckers sitting there at the bar getting ready to get hammered and watch a game?
Yeah, they were wearing their we just played rugby or touch football clothes.
Yeah, I was just like, every once in a while I wish I was back in the Matrix, Just had that job with the benefits.
Dude, you know what? The one thing that makes me wish I had a 9 to 5 again more than anything is, remember when weekends used to mean something? Remember that feeling at 3 o'clock on a Friday where you're like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
I'm going to get fucking ripped up tonight, man. I'm hitting that happy hour, 5 p.m.
Oh, it's the greatest.
I'm going to try to bang that fucking chick that works down in human resources. That's all, dude, it was so exciting.
You never had to go to the airport?
Never.
And when you went to the airport, it was exciting?
It was something great. Hey, it's great. I'm going to see my folks.
I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Florida. Everybody back east, you'd go to Florida.
There you go to the airport.
Do you know I was on my flight out here? This fucking lady, right? I'm on the flight, and it was one of those rare times where it wasn't packed, and I got my whole row, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'm just gonna fall asleep, right? And I asked the lady for a pillow, right? Because those handles are unforgiving, right? The armrest, and she goes, oh, we don't have any pillows. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have any pillows? How can you have a pillow? You always have pillows. She goes, no, we haven't had pillows on this flight in forever.
Yeah.
I go, why not? She goes, 9/11. I go, why? She's like, 9/11. I kept going, yeah, I know, but why? She goes, 9/11. And I finally go, well, what do you think I'm going to do? Suffocate the pilot with this thing, right? And she goes, oh, sir, that's just rude. And she walked away.
Yeah, you're just rude, you cunt. Do you feel like you have a real job now, sweetheart?
I don't want to trash her and what she's doing, but it's like you're not giving me an answer.
Fuck it. I'm tired of those fucking stewardesses or stewards. Man, I'm tired of it. Sir, you need to shut your phone. Do you feel like you have a job now because you got to reprimand somebody today? Go fuck yourself. I'm sick
Joe,
of it.
they get yelled at because of the fucking cunts above them coming up with these stupid ass rules, and
Good.
then it makes them bitter, Joe.
Good.
The same way we're a couple of bitter assholes. So I don't dislike them.
have.
But dude, what the fuck? A handful of terrorists with box cutters, okay, hijack a couple of planes. So now there's no pillows.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
I have no sympathy for anybody that is employed by an airline. I don't give a fuck if you're a pilot or the president. I have no sympathy for them. They are all They're all contributors to this great criminal organization that has taken our money and run.
Old zero tolerance Joe DeRosa.
They're fucking guilty. They're guilty. I have
you
no
sound like you're
tolerance.
talking about the banks. If you're talking about banks, I'll fucking go right with you on that one.
Well, banks too. Fuck it. Fuck them all.
Well, there you go, Joe. There you go. Well, hey, why don't we hype what we got coming up, Joe? What do you got coming up here in the near future?
When is this going to be posted?
I don't know. Well, why don't you give a couple of gigs?
I'll just plug away and always check myspace.com/Joe DeRosa for my latest updated schedule. But in the upcoming weeks, I will be headlining the Laugh House in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on May, I believe it's 15th and 16th. That following week, I'll be headlining Crackers in Indianapolis. And the following week, I'll be doing a series of shows down in Atlanta. at a bunch of different venues. So all those shows are going to be great. Please come on out. MySpace.com/Joe DeRosa. Oh, and also, actually, this won't be up by then. All right, that's it.
All right, I'm going to be at the Improv on Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, May 20-something. I don't know what the fucking date is. I am blogging for the Boston Bruins during the NHL playoffs. I'm hoping the Rangers are going to beat the Capitals so that we'll have a nice Boston-New York sports thing so we can all fucking work up that hatred again. And I think that's about it. How about those Yankees, huh, man?
Amazing.
Isn't that incredible? You spent all that money and you let up 22, 16 runs a fucking game.
Amazing.
It's awesome, Joe. Well, listen, Joe, I've had a great time. I want to thank everybody for listening. We're going to start doing these once a month, once again. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think about the recordings. And, when you're breaking our balls, if you didn't like it, please give us some suggestions on how you think it could be better rather than just breaking our seeds. All right? That's it. We'll see you guys next time.